and they're kooky, hilarious and goofy. They're all together loony, the Man Cave family. Their cave is a museum where people come to view them. They really are a screaming, the Man Cave family. Neat and eat. Complete. So turn the switches all on, a show that you can crawl on, a podcast you can call on, the Man Cave family.
Welcome, everyone, to Man Cave Live. My goodness. Welcome to our special Halloween episode. I'm sorry that took so long. But and return. Oh, shit. Is there a bird in here? There's a bird in here. And a smaller bird. Why is it so windy outside? Returning. Ooh, that cat's got... Ooh, something's wrong with that cat.
I don't like it.
All right. Returning this episode. Halloween... Returning this episode is John, the Captain, Mark, Adam.
No, sir. The name is Daytona. Jackie Daytona.
Nope.
Very loose show.
You don't sing if you want to live long. They have no use for your song. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead and out of this world.
I can't tell it's you, though.
Ooh. Well, you see, John, Jackie Daytona.
Oh, shit! Holy shit!
Yes.
And I'm trying to be Nando the Relentless.
You look just like him.
Yeah. Except shorter and face is different. You know, and returning is Brian the Brain.
Whoa. Where's your fucking costume?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, hang on. Play his fucking... Just play his song. Just play his song.
Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. Better give a treat that's good to eat if you want to keep life serene. Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat the whole night through.
What's happening? What the fuck is this?
Said to be Batman, right?
Batmen.
Bat,
as in
you know,
vampire.
like vampires.
Batmen.
Batmen.
Men of the night. Batmen. Oh, Brian, you fucking ruined it.
I mean,
start the whole fucking thing over. We gotta go home. We're done.
Rewind it. We should with that terrible introduction there, Brian.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome, everyone, to Man Cave Live. That was a terrible laugh. But yes, this is our special Halloween episode. I tried to do the Undertaker. You know, I don't know if my eyes quite rolled up in there. And I'm wearing the Nandor. I don't know what we're doing. We didn't really plan it that well, and I'm very sorry.
I'm not wearing that goddamn hat all day.
Jack, wait, where's Jack?
John?
How's it going? Hello, chaps.
Whoa.
Jackie.
Oh,
Jackie Daytona.
Where'd you go?
Where'd you go?
Where is he? Where is he?
Are we going to talk about these flickering lights we got?
It's the weather, man. Every time we do this show, it's just like we got birds and whatever that is screaming in the distance. And constant... Oh, that too. Yes. Oh.
I don't like this.
No?
No, I'm scared.
Oh, well. For once, I can't hear
and
you.
then I look at this motherfucker and I'm not scared anymore. Because
For once, you need to bring it up a little bit.
I'm Batman.
I know. For
maybe
once,
you just need to turn me up. I mean, it's...
Well, everybody's turned up. Yeah.
It's all about... Jackie Daytona has a softer voice. It's a voice to woo.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
You don't. It's not a method thing. You don't have to be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take this off for now.
Well, now you got to do it because now I can't hear it.
Do
Yes,
what?
yes, yes. If you're gonna sit back, just bring it back there. Yeah.
You should take that off because it's an embarrassment to everyone.
Look at my eyes. I mean, I could.
Clark Kent. He's Clark Kent.
For those of you who aren't watching, he just put his glasses on over his Batman mask.
I'm Batman.
And now he's Clark Kent.
No,
Dressed
I'm
as
Bruce. Oh, yeah.
You know what? This isn't Minute Maid Park. We have a roof. How is this happening?
I don't know.
So, listeners, viewers, as I said, again, reiterating, this is our special Halloween episode and what we do on this show as we drink pumpkin beer, tell scary stories, and talk about scary movies. So, I think we should probably get right into the beer part of it. What do you think there?
ready.
That sounds like a good
Welcome,
idea.
welcome, coming back, Mr. The Captain and Jackie Daytonia at the same time. Brian the Brain,
Daytonia.
thank you so much for Daytonia.
Did you put like a what do they call
Daytonia.
it? An enye?
Yes.
Daytonia?
Jackie Daytonia.
It's Daytona. But yeah, I'll take it. Jackie
It's not
Daytonia.
It's not Daytonia.
Do you call the NASCAR race Daytonia?
Joe Montana.
I'm going to feed you to them damn things out there.
Joe Montana.
So this year we're going to go with. So let's go. I'm sorry. Let's get to the beer. Okay, it's a beer show. Stop making fun of me. There's rain going on.
I don't think I've ever heard that. That was good.
Daytonia. So we're going to go right, listeners, viewers, we're going to go right into our beer of the Halloween episode. We've done this many a times where we've just rated and drank a shit ton of fucking pumpkin beer. And we realized we don't have to suffer that anymore because we're celebrities now.
Sure.
We're celebrities now.
Sure.
I got a mask.
Yes, he's got a mask.
Sure.
So we're going to go right into a beer of the show.
You're the way.
Beer, beer, beer. I'm going for a beer.
And this beer, folks, is St. Arnold's Motherfucking Pumpkinator. Right here on Man Cave Live.
Right here.
Now, this beer, here, take a look at it. That beer right there, the one in the middle there is the best. It's an actual pumpkin ale made with pumpkin, and it's a pumpkin stout. Ooh, it's good. It's fucking ridiculous. And it's a seasonal beer that happens every single year. And this time, and actually last year, they had a bourbon barrel one and then a bourbon barrel vanilla stout. Both are equally as good. Well, so they say. They're not really that. Well, we'll find out. We haven't had the other ones.
I bought them, though. They're sponsored.
They're looking at beer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh, check.
They're looking at beer.
And we're back. Yeah, we're pouring the beer. So the brain here was gracious enough to get these beers for us because they're hard to find. The minute they go on sale, they are gone.
There were 5 cases at HEB when I got there at 10 o'clock in the morning, and when I had to go back to get dinner, which I had one thing on my mind, that's why I didn't get dinner. They were all gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm excited. You guys have talked about this for years, and I don't think I've ever had it.
Well, we poured it all wrong because of the.
You should have seen him. It was chaos. He just poured it as is.
Yeah,
Didn't lift up his glass or anything.
No.
The whole glass was head for like a minute straight.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some head here, huh? All right.
Like a little bit ahead.
Let's try it. Let's drink the Pumpkinator. Pumpkinator is great, by the way. Last year's it was great.
Smells good.
The year before that it was great because it is actually infused with actual pumpkin, not with nutmeg. Now, people think of what is pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice is just fucking nutmeg. So when you go to Starbucks, no pumpkin. When you get into pumpkin pie, there's actually predominantly no pumpkin in it.
And whenever you buy like canned pumpkin at the store, it's squash, right?
Squash.
It's squash.
It's squash
with nutmeg.
flavored
Yeah.
as a pumpkin. Yeah, it's not actual pumpkin.
Or what they think pumpkin should smell like.
All right, so we're doing this.
Oh,
Cheers.
that does smell like pumpkin. Cheers. Roast.
That is delicious. Oh my God.
That's why it's so expensive. This is great.
This right here is like what, $9? Yeah.
Listeners and viewers, I would tell you this.
Oh,
St.
my God.
Arnold doesn't always knock it out of the park, but when they do it. And this beer, they've done it.
Like, I am astounded.
Quick question, because you know this. So they come out with this once a year. Is it the same every year?
Yes, now it is. So this used to be, they used to do a seasonal beer that was like anybody. They would brew new things, and it was called, what is it called? Do you recall what every year not Bishop's Barrel, but
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
it would be
It'd be a different saint.
Yeah, an analogy beer.
Yeah.
And it was come in a purple bottle, and it would be like analogy blah, blah, blah. And that's all it was called. But it was like different beers. And like there was a certain IPA, Independence IPA, that became like its own little beer. This right here, Pumpkinator, was one of those beers that now became its own beer. And it's been on that shtick for like 4 years. And this is amazing.
And they only brew so much.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's...
Yeah.
I mean, you
It's in
know...
super high demand. I
You
get
just
it. I
drank
get
it, and you tasted real pumpkin in
Yeah,
it. You
I
could
get it.
smell real
This
pumpkin
is
in it.
amazing.
Yeah.
Man, I get it. I get why you guys talk about this so much. I could get white girl drunk off of this.
What's the,
like, for real.
What's the
ABV?
Yeah.
Drunk. I believe that's what it says.
Where does it say it?
Is it on the side of the bottle, maybe?
I believe it's like 10. 10.5 or 10.
Morning Imperial Pumpkin Stout.
It's an Imperial Russian Stout, but with pumpkin infusion.
I can't.
Real pumpkin.
Oh, 11.2%.
11.2%. Holy fucking shit.
Bro, I could get super drunk off this.
Yeah. One bottle. You might as well just kiss. So most wines,
I would chain drink this.
most wine bottles, even like a Merlot or even a Pinot, they're like 10 to 12% alcohol. This is right up there with it, and it tastes. I can't really tell if I need to pay my bill or like my generator's kicking. Well, not my generator, my neighbor's generator that I hacked into. But yeah, you know, he doesn't know.
Fuck him.
Hello. How are you?
We're doing great.
L-O.
So this beer, as I said, listeners and viewers, this comes from St. Arnold's Brewing Company here in Houston, Texas.
Yep.
And they do they try to, for the most part, on most of their staple beers, to stay within the Reinheitsgebot beer, which is the Reinheitsgebot, the beer purity laws, where you can only have 4 ingredients. That's water, yeast, hops, and barley. This one obviously is infused with pumpkin, so this is not considered beer as far as the German beer purity laws are concerned. But it's a very goddamn great stout.
And this is... I want more.
I know.
Do they have that on tap there?
Yeah, on tap.
So
yeah.
I think we
Probably
need to do a
tastes
show from St. Arnold's and make sure that we do it during October so that we can get some Pumpkinator.
And
on
Uber,
tap.
because we're not going to be able to drive.
We're not walking out of there at all.
Well, our
We're crawling.
unofficial local bar Stats is supposed to have it on tap too, right?
Sorry, I finished it. I shouldn't have done that, because now I am turned.
Right? Aren't they supposed to have that on tap?
That is correct.
Stats.
Yeah. I'm excited to try it. We have 2 other ones too, don't we?
We will, but
I
we'll
can't
try
wait for
those a little bit
those.
later.
Can't wait
You
for
know,
those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a cigar. Blackjack. I don't know where he went at all.
Shit's scary, man.
It started raining. He ran up a tree, and that was the end of that.
I don't want to be up a tree when the creek is flowing. Up a tree without a paddle. What is it?
I doubt it's up a tree without a paddle.
What's wrong with your mic?
You turned it off.
Ah.
Oh, sorry. I have buttons here, by the way. We've upgraded here. I'd show you, but it'd have to kill you.
Oh, I actually took a picture of that last time we were here because I intended to show them.
Oh,
And I just totally forgot to send it to you.
Up a creek without a paddle?
up a creek
Up a
without
creek
a paddle.
Ah. Oh, yeah.
Up a tree without a paddle. This motherfucker.
Well, I don't want to get stuck in the tree.
You fucking lugging a fucking paddle up there with you?
Put it on my strap it on my
Paddles
back.
aren't small, man.
I'm Batman. I have the belts.
Don't fucking remind us.
You know, I mean, yeah. How did you think that was going to be okay? Like we said, vampires. I was
we
Nando
clearly
the
said
Relentless.
Batmen, all right? Are there multiple Batmans now? Don't answer that, okay? Because I know there are.
Don't give him that. We don't have that kind of time. It's a loose show, and also, I want to apologize for the intro earlier, and then I don't, because I'm not unapologetic. I'm not.
That's for one intro. What are you talking about? It was perfect.
It was.
It was perfect.
It was perfect.
It was perfect.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
Perfect.
Fuck you.
Perfect. Not really though. We love you.
Yeah. I mean, you are paying us those.
Those Bitcoin.
No, now they're sending us the fucking Safe Moon, which is not going anywhere. Thank you for all of your 50 cents. Yay, I got, like 100,000 of them, but I would have liked the 50 cents at this point in time.
Did you hear the big fucking thing that happened with Bitcoin on Thursday?
It dropped.
Yeah, on Thursday, early in the morning, there was apparently a bug in the coding, and it caused Bitcoin to drop from over 60,000 to just under 9,000.
Yeah. It's back up to 60.
And then that day,
Yeah.
they fixed the code, and it climbed back up to 63,000. But imagine if you just had $27,000, 3 Bitcoin, and then you bought them whenever they were below $9,000, and you sold them when they got it back to 63,000 6 hours later. You would have turned that 30,000 into 180,000.
God.
In 6 hours.
What?
Why
If you
can't you
were
go
you
back?
awake for this, or?
I didn't even know about it until the next day.
Oh, I was just like, if you knew about it, why the fuck
I didn't
did you
even know
not
about
blow
it
up
till
our
the next
phones?
day. I didn't know about it till the next day.
Dick.
I don't check Bitcoin every day. I don't own a Bitcoin. So I'm
There's
like,
an ambulance.
Oh, well,
Remember the last time there was an ambulance on the show? I wasn't here for it.
well.
The accountant told me about it, though.
Oh, that's right. They did it on the Halloween episode. The very first Halloween episode, they carted a body out from the neighbor's house.
I don't remember that.
What,
Yeah,
what
it was
episode?
right across the street. That was the very first Halloween episode right here on Man Cave Live.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
Right across the street from our multi-million-dollar studio.
Yes.
Yes. Where those peons live.
Yes.
The plebs.
Because
Harumph.
because right here on Man Cave Live, we are very successful,
Yes. Harumph.
and we do things very well here.
Harumph.
Harumph.
Shallow epidentic. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, wait, did you drink that beer with your pinky?
Oh, I must drink the beer.
With the pinky
With my
up?
Pinky.
To show class?
Yes.
Well, I don't need to show class because I am class.
And I am a bat man.
Don't fucking ruin
No,
this.
you're not a bad.
Don't fucking do that.
I don't.
Is there like a service going on? Who's with the damn music?
The light's not on, so I'm not being called. Signal. Yeah.
All right, so obviously we give these 6 KVs. So, right off the bat, and because it's the same beer now, they keep reproducing the same beer. So, Pumpkinator, we're just going to automatically give you for the original one 6 KVs, and that would be beer of the show. But I feel like we need to try your other shit,
I'm
your
ready.
little other barrels or whatever.
There's 2 other ones. So while it's being magically brought in to the studio, you may tell the story of what happened, how I got it.
Sure.
It's crazy. So I went in. I got those 2 bottles. I think they're 22 ounces. I think they were like $8 each, something like that, $9. And I also saw the 2 other ones that we're gonna try soon.
Those 2 right there. The red one, that is
the bourbon barrel,
bourbon barrel, and then you have the
vanilla aged bourbon barrel. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those didn't have prices on it, so I grabbed a 6-pack of each. Go to the cash register. $100.
yeah.
And I called the Great and Powerful, and he's like, no, don't. That's.
I told him, I said, look, man, you're going to find out real quick that
Try 'em
you're going to
first.
get to that register. Yeah, they're boozy.
Yeah.
Because we had the bourbon barrel last year. We didn't have it on the show, and I'm sorry for that. But they were boozy. Like you just had it and you smelt it and you're like, whoo, this needs to ferment a couple years maybe.
This one's 12.6.
So
12.6?
Yeah.
And this is 11.2?
Yeah.
All right, so
Bro, we about to get
So
toe
yeah,
up.
so I
hold on,
ended up-
y'all two, since y'all are the lightweights here, y'all will share one, and I'll have that one, and sorry, you will have that. I'm sorry. Me and John was, I forgot who bought them. Or donated them to the show.
I got a compliment yesterday while we were at District 249.
Yeah? What's
Yeah.
that?
Our waitress, she brought us that second stout out. I drank that second stout real quick, and she said, I've never seen anybody drink a heavy stout as quickly as you have. I consider that to be a compliment. I'm sorry, Pudgy. It wasn't a good story. My apologies.
Yeah, that was lame. I'm
It
sorry.
was lame. I was trying to fill the void.
You can have that. Yeah.
How, man? How about? Are you kidding? Open the other one then.
No. These are expensive.
Yeah, so when I got up to the radio, it was $100, and I was like, how is it $100? These little 12-ounce
He gets half
bottles
a glass. Look at that. He gets half a bottle. I get this.
are the same price as the big ones.
Hey.
And I was like, you know what? I'll just take 2 of each, and I'll be good. Yeah.
You were that guy that left shit at the register?
No, I took it back.
Oh.
Yeah. It was nice enough to take it back.
All right, so this one here, again,
You
is
can smell
the...
you can smell the bourbon.
Yeah.
I guess. Gotta.
Oh, I actually have to pour this because I can't smell it out of the bottle.
Yeah, no,
Sorry. So when you I just want to make.
I think
Look,
we'll be taking over the show.
I just want to make a point here. So when you pour a stout this fast, and this is all the fucking the froth that you get, it's not done yet. These stouts, when you're 10 or above ABV, you can actually leave these in a dark place in your house and leave it there for a year. Come back to it, and you should get prime taste of these types of beers.
What about my cave? Can I put it in the cave? Bat cave?
Yes.
Batman.
Don't fucking do that.
Oh my God.
Don't fucking do that.
That's your fucking friend.
Okay.
Well, apparently he is, because you're not. Because look how much I have compared to you, sir.
Look how much I have.
Compared to and he bought it.
When in Rome. No, it's fine.
No, it's cool.
I'll get some
we'll
of the
just
other
remember
stuff.
this for the rest of the time.
That's the perk of being the host of the show, baby. Right here on Man Cave
My
Live.
tobacco just is not lighting.
All right.
Wow. Goosebumps.
Bourbon
Goosebumps.
barrel aged. 12 point something percent, you said. Correct?
12.6.
You sip it.
You gave me that much, man. It tastes great.
I like it. That's good. I could not drink it as I have to drink it out of a glass.
Oh, God.
It tastes awesome.
Yeah.
We're the lightweights.
Oh, my God. No, I drink. Oh, that's. Yep, that's straight whiskey. That tastes like bourbon.
Tastes good.
Whew. That is not to be drank.
Imagine getting pulled over after you took a sip of that.
Yeah. No, officer, I've not been drinking beer, but you've had that bourbon barrel aged pumpkin ale, haven't you?
Goddamn right.
Damn right. You want one? Yeah. Better go to the store because they're expensive, bitch. I don't know if I can finish that. So if you want, yes, there you go. Because that is boozy, and that's I like beers that are that are, try to go for that echelon of bourbon barrel, but at the same time, when it's boozy, it's just not.
Wow.
I just don't like it.
Wow.
It's
good.
It's just too much. So I'd actually like one year to buy these and then just hold it over for the next year and just see. Hey, you're it's like melting all the bourbon.
Yeah. It's good.
Are you a bourbon drinker?
Way more than I'm a beer drinker.
Okay.
He doesn't know it yet, but he might be. What would you give that?
6.
2 out of 5.
Right now, St. Arnold's, I have to give you a 4 just because of the booziness. I just feel like
But that's for this one. That's not for Basic Pumpkinator. Basic Pumpkinator,
Oh,
6 all the way through.
That's a tried and true. They've done that right years going. We're going again?
Yep.
Fuck.
This one's also 12.
Let me finish my drink.
I'm going to open it just to.
So this is a show where we
This
just
one
get
says-
drunk on the show
All the time.
all the time. And, that's how we do it here.
Man, they're not Snapple lids. We don't care.
I mean, it says elated
Hold on, let me fix my shit.
I don't understand why all the L puns.
because they're ales. They're
Ale. I was thinking the letter
ale.
L.
I wonder, did I
no.
premise the fact of why I'm wearing makeup? Because I was trying to look like a vampire and I didn't.
Oh, we got to tell the story of what happened.
Oh, okay. So, like, there's little vampire kits that you get from, like, Target or whatever. And they have, like, this liquid
And
latex.
we're not talking anything cool. We're talking like a little
It was $5.
single piece of cardboard with like a tube of paint.
Yeah.
Another tube of latex.
A thing
some
of teeth.
fake blood.
Fake blood, liquid latex that's white, some, like, unconforming teeth that are supposed to go in there. And you're like, and there's no instructions. It just says apply the paint.
Yeah, literally no instructions.
Basically, it says if it burns, it burns.
Yeah, if it burns, seek help.
Yeah. And then like after the fact, like to get it off, you need like bleach. So then I see this like white little packet and I'm thinking, okay, that's the white stuff that I put all over my face to make myself look like a vampire. And no, that wasn't the case. I put it on and it started immediately starting to, sorry, I said starting multiple times. I put it on and then it started to solidify. And then my face felt like it was a, what are those wraps? Those green wraps? Either way, it was hard as shit.
Green wraps?
The mask.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It was like a beauty mask. And then I took it off, and I was like, this isn't right. It's not making my face any color. It's just like this clear shit.
Yeah.
I found out later that I'm supposed to put that on my face and then apply this makeup that I have on now so it could come off quickly. What's going on? Again?
I don't understand. Fuck it. I'm going to ignore it.
You know what I think this is? This is the ghost of the count. I didn't pay that bill last year.
Oh, that fucking bill.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't pay that?
No.
That's your bill now. I wish you had a.
I thought it was a joke.
I wish you had a replay system where you can click it and it goes, "That's your bill now."
I thought it was a joke.
We should check the tape.
Yeah, check the tape. Before we move on, I just want to show
That's
you
your
something real
bill.
quick. So I've always kind of wanted these little pop socket things,
Okay.
but I didn't ever want to get one. And I got called an alcoholic the other day.
You got caught an alcoholic?
So this one pulls out, okay? But the cool thing about it, it's a bottle opener.
Oh, shit. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You're an alcoholic.
See, I have one. I don't even care about the pop socket. I just happen to buy it because I don't even use the pop socket. I happen to buy it because mine holds all my
I
credit
like
cards.
that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, see,
Well, I got
that's
one
holds
just
all my
because it does.
Yeah.
It holds my phone up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
So you have the actual basic pop socket.
Yeah, just the.
And then you have a bottle opener, and I got a wallet, baby.
I like it. What if you put it all together?
And mine does twist off too.
Mine does too.
So,
I
but
can
it's
put a
just,
regular one on it.
But whenever it twists off, it's
I was just say, what if you found? Oh, boo.
it's just a little.
Yeah, if you
Wait,
found a
could
bottle-
you connect that one with that one?
That's what I'm saying.
You can take this off.
Let me find out. Let me see.
Let's.
it. Let me see
Oh my
this.
God,
Let me
we
see this. Let me
just
see
we
this.
just create genius here.
Oh my God, you can. It's the same exact.
Yeah.
Oh!
Where'd you get yours at?
Target, I think.
Okay, I'm going to Target tomorrow.
And that was Pop Socket News. Woo!
I need to get it off.
There we go. Yeah, I didn't understand it at first.
Sometimes it's hard to twist.
Yeah.
Bro, that's amazing.
That's cool.
Now I want to go to wherever
I
you
got
went and
this
get
at,
one of those.
at Academy.
Okay, done. I'm going.
All right.
How much
You can
was
buy
it?
it online.
How much was it? I think this
Less
was
than
like
$20.
I think this was like $8
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, maybe 10.
Yeah.
All right, we're losing focus here.
Sorry,
we got
sorry,
one more.
sorry,
All
our
right.
bad, our bad, our bad,
All right,
our bad.
Beer.
This one says
beer.
just brew it, by the way.
Just brew it. So this is a Pumpkinator. What does it say
Vanilla.
officially on
This
it?
is a 2021 Pumpkinator aged in bourbon barrel with vanilla.
Let me see this bottle right here. I'm going to display them in front of me.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's this one right here?
Bourbon barrel with vanilla. I feel like this one's gonna be better.
So again, this
the
one
vanilla,
is
I
the
think,
this one is on the far right,
Yeah, the white one.
the white one. So it's vanilla. Essentially what it is. It's
Vanilla
got
bourbon.
vanilla in it.
Yeah.
With bourbon. It's still in a bourbon barrel cask.
I smell the vanilla.
Let's try it.
But I
Oh,
also
I
smell-
really smell that vanilla.
Ooh, it is.
Yeah.
It's infused. It's not even just like dipped. Most people like. Hold on.
I like that.
Oh, that's good.
I
This right here, I promise you, this was not just like a dropper of vanilla.
They put like actual
extract.
vanilla beans in there.
Like there
or
was
something?
beans in this.
I like that. That is a
really
6.
good.
Because you can
That's
smell the
better than red
roastiness.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's how you get the vanilla. You
Better
roast
than the
it.
red one, right?
It's better than
Yeah.
the red one. Yeah.
It's not. You can still taste the bourbon, but you also taste. But it's not that.
Yeah, it's not that. Holy shit,
Yeah.
bourbon. Apparently for Pudgy it
Apparently
is.
for lightweights it is.
for the heavyweight.
No, I would tell you this. The vanilla bean is actually cutting it.
Yes.
But I taste it straight up. It's boozy.
It almost tastes like it's infused with like cream soda.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. This tobacco is my vanilla custard cream.
Oh.
So it just goes well.
So you're doubling down. Right here on Man Cave Live.
Is it still lit?
No, it isn't.
Oh, okay.
Vanilla custard cream is very wet.
Sorry.
So I have to light
just
it
wondering.
all the time.
It's bubbles.
Thanks for calling me out, buddy. I appreciate it. No,
I
it's
didn't know
fine.
that. I didn't know it was like
Hey,
a cigar.
and
where
also,
it doesn't look lit, but it's
This
lit.
cigar is vanilla too.
Okay.
Oh, well, there's actually
Wait,
smoke
that's
coming out of
not,
that.
is that lit either?
It is lit.
Okay, that was. See, I didn't know if they're like cigars and it doesn't look lit.
So the vanilla custard cream, as you can see, it's you can't really see, but it's actually pretty wet because it's coated with vanilla stuff, and they actually recommend that you dry it out for like 20 minutes beforehand. But ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time.
Ain't for that.
After you smell it, you're like,
Yeah. So I put it in there and I just light it several times while I'm smoking it.
I like it. Smells great.
So
6.
6.
100%. All three of them get a 6 for me.
Sorry, that one.
The red one?
The red one gets a 4 for me because I feel like in time that could be fantastic. The vanilla one, great idea. I don't think anybody's actually tried the vanilla. The vanilla bean, actually infusing with vanilla bean to cut the bourbon, the boozy taste, and you've done it. So, yeah, I'd have to give you a 6 for this one too, because this is this is not extract. This is vanilla bean infusion. This is not just bullshit, like I made a vanilla beer. Really, you just made a stout and you just fucking, squeezed in some extract and be like, vanilla beer. Yay! You've done it right. St. Arnold, wow.
So what I'm hearing is these two, the vanilla bourbon and the regular, 6s all around.
I like the vanilla better.
Yeah.
And then what I'm hearing is from you for the red guy, a 4, a 5, and a 6.
Yeah.
So that sounds like this is a 5.
Based on the count's math, yes.
Well, that's.
Can I go back
We
and
can do
change?
the actual. math.
We do the counts math here on Man Cave Live. I'm sorry. Wow, actual math. This fucking asshole. Like
I
we've
can't
been
do math.
Well, think about it.
like we've ever done real
4,
math.
5, and 6. What's 4 plus 6? It's 10.
on.
What's 10 plus 5? It's 15. What's 15 divided by 3? It's 5. Therefore, that's a 5, buddy.
Is it a 5?
It's a 5.
What's that one?
Is it 5?
What's a 5?
Yep.
We're looking at the count. Who's off camera? Is it a 5?
6.
Oh, damn. The count gives it a 6.
Oh, well,
What about the other two count? All three of them, what do you give? 6 for all three.
Red one, a 4.5.
Okay, all right. Okay, so you're kind of on Pudgy's side with that. It's not as good.
it's boozy.
But the other two
is boozy.
6s,
He's got a lot to say.
He's got a lot to say.
he's got a lot to say. Okay.
So
all right, I
yes,
get it.
we do have special treats for you because this is not a Halloween episode without the fucking count.
You might have to kick off the Great and Powerful because he's a little. I mean, this heavyweight's a little
That
lightweight.
makeup's not doing it for you either. I love you, buddy.
It was a good joke.
Oh, sorry.
He can laugh, you can't.
I have specialties.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Take that
Batman.
off.
I'm
Take that
sorry,
off.
Batman.
Don't embarrass yourself anymore.
I'm sorry, Batman. All right, so
I actually kind of want to wear
this
it.
is a fun show. Let's just talk about this show.
It digs in your eye a little bit.
So, in the history of shows, count. Yeah, what do we? Yes, more beer. What do we got here?
Oh, I kind of like this, though. Like, I'm not going to lie.
it's nice.
I'm kind of jealous now. I am Batman. No, that's don't.
No.
Let's
Hey,
not do
you
that.
know what? What's that wooden stick right there?
Hold on.
Batsman. Jackie Daytona.
Oh, Jackie Daytona.
Yes. No.
No.
No,
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana and Jackie Daytona. So we're having some fun here. You've heard our
Blue
Halloween.
show.
Look, listeners, viewers, now that you're watching, go back and listen to some of our older episodes. We got a little bit intricate with it because you get to play a part.
Thank you for
You get to
letting me know
act.
this.
You get to method act in the shows. So listen to those. We're trying something here. We did this on the cuff on today. I didn't have the giant dragon that I wanted behind me, and the captain wanted to bring a cadaver, and the memorial Herman said no. Sorry about that.
Is it dragon?
Yeah. Not like a real one.
Hey,
Like a
when
dead one.
When you're gonna go for it all.
No, like a dead
Oh,
one.
that'd be cool.
Not like a live one. Just a dead one. But he was going to bring a cadaver, and they told him no.
FDA.
Well, first off, the nurse didn't know what a cadaver was, and he had to explain that.
Yeah, because I use big words, and she apparently does not.
Yes. He went in his 19th century. Oh, sorry, 18th. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me, madam.
Excuse me, madam.
What nurse are you talking
Can I
to?
have a cadaver?
I need a cadaver. Why do you need it? Fuck off. That's why.
Do your thing.
Just, I need a cadaver.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Knock that man's head off.
It worked.
It worked. Great show, by the way.
So,
What we do in the shadows?
now do we bring on the count here before we go into movie trivia, or do you want to do that?
Yeah, no, whatever he wants. I'm on his time. He's on borrowed time.
Borrow time.
Borrowed time. That sounds like a vague fucking passive-aggressive threat right there, buddy.
Yeah. You got to hit on him?
Not by me.
I'm just so you know. You know what? We'll put it in the clause. Where's Blackjack?
Where is he?
He's in the fucking trees. God damn it.
With the paddle.
So fucking,
can't even
what do
see
you
him.
got? What do you got for us, Brian?
For what?
I don't know. He was talking about you had something.
What?
Like a little bit.
Holy shit!
This is a shit show. Right here, right now. Shit
now.
show. Thanks
Shit
to this
show.
guy.
Shit show.
Shit show.
It was loose, not shit.
Yeah, it was just loose.
Yeah.
Now it's shit.
Now it's
Yeah.
shit.
I like a little running every once in a while. You want to talk about these awesome scary stories that I was telling you about off here?
Well, we have to really kind of.
We're gonna premise that later, but all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that bit.
yes,
What?
we'll invite the scary stories.
No.
bit.
No.
What are you talking about?
There was some movies that I was talking
Okay.
about off the air too.
Okay.
Okay, fine. We'll go right into. I don't have a bit for that. Your favorite scary, the favorite. So I had a bit. I was gonna do.
Hold on. Are we done with beer of the week?
We are done with beer of the week.
And that was beer of the week.
Beer. I'm going for a beer.
All right, loose show.
I'm done with beer of the week, but beer of the week is not done with me.
Clearly.
We're the lightweights.
oh.
We're
Clearly.
the lightweights.
Clearly, okay. Because now I'm drunk now.
didn't
That's
say
all I
it.
do is get on the show and become an alcoholic.
I mean,
I'm just an alcoholic on the show, right? Is that what I am? I just come on the show and just become drunk. You know what? No, I don't need this. I don't. Where's my?
I'm the one that has a bottle opener on my phone.
True.
Right here.
Tro.
All right.
Cave Life.
This little bit is going to be called. Gotta
hell of a
find
name.
some round things to press.
He's looking for a soundbite to play for those of you that can. Hey!
This little bit is called What is your favorite movie to watch during Halloween? It can be scary or Halloweenish. Doesn't fucking matter. And we have no ratings. We're just going to talk about it. 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3.
Yes. Your favorite, and then we'll bring on the count.
Sounds great to me.
All right. So I'll go first.
Go first.
My favorite movie to watch on Halloween is The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I know that's cheesy. I'm just going to say that because
It's a Christmas movie.
So we're going to have me and the Count do this special segment because these two people seem to think that it's a Christmas movie.
You also
It is-
don't think that Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
It is not a Christmas movie.
Bro, it takes place on Christmas Eve, dude.
Doesn't mean it's... Look. There's a rule of thumb to be a Christmas movie. There has to be snow.
There is snow in Die Hard.
There is not.
Well, it's L.A.
I rest my case.
No. There doesn't have to be snow.
Christmas is not in L.A.
So if they make a Christmas movie in Australia, it's not a Christmas movie because there's no snow?
I rest my case. I rested it.
Is there snow in Ernest Saves Christmas?
I don't think so.
I feel like there isn't.
I don't think there is.
So how's your little theory stand up now, buddy?
I'm going to reiterate and let the captain go. I will come back. All right,
it's
you
fine.
go first.
It's
then.
fine. Go.
No,
Your
you
favorite
go
Halloween
first.
movie.
No. It's not fair. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Why is that?
It's just because it. I mean,
Obviously, I just want to hear your thoughts on it.
it's just great. You know, I mean, the fact that it's Jack Skellington. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's great because a lot of people don't really like Christmas that do love Halloween. And, you know, Tim Burton is one of those people. He despises Christmas in a sense. I mean, he loves Christmas, but he despises it over Halloween. He loves Halloween.
He prefers
and
Halloween.
Prefers Halloween. And this was like his movie to say, like, Halloween takes over Christmas.
Sure.
You know, for those people that don't like Christmas, they're like, it's Halloween. And then they kidnap Santa.
Boogeyman.
Right.
Whoa.
So,
Whoa.
what's yours?
Ernest Scared Stupid, bro.
Oh, yes!
Industrial grade Miak.
Miak.
Have a knuckle sandwich, booger lips.
My favorite part is where he fucking runs into the door.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It breaks me every time. He comes hauling ass, the little troll in this. So Ernest Scared Stupid, there's a troll in it. And it's a Halloween movie. And this troll comes running at him.
no idea.
And he's fucking, he comes like, rah, 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 and he comes running to a fucking car door that Ernest just goes, and then just gets dome face. I'm sorry, like,
How's about a knuckle sandwich, booger lips? I fucking love that line.
I love slapstick. You know, like, you saw that the video on like TikTok or whatever, that little kid that wants to be a superhero. He's got the goggles on and he's got the fucking gloves on. And he's like, yes. And then he runs and hits the fucking glass doors. Bam! That right there can cure cancer. Because that video makes me laugh so fucking hard. Right now, if you were watching, I'd probably tear up. Because he's just like, yes! Bam! Just dove to the face.
And the troll did the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like, rah, dun, dun, dun. And then
rim
Ernest
shot.
is all like, huh?
Poor
What's
rim
going
shot.
on here?
Poor rim shot.
Oh, ram shot.
Rim shot. No.
Brain?
You, brain.
Well,
Well, actually.
So, my favorite horror movie, right? Horror movie?
Or a movie to watch during
I
Halloween.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It could be
your
a horror
favorite
movie.
Halloween movie.
Okay.
That
So,
you watch, your favorite traditional movie that you watch on Halloween.
It's kind of recent.
Well, then it's not very traditional, is it?
Well, it's traditional in the sense that we watch it the past, I don't
If
know,
he
4 or 5
watches
Halloweens in a row.
Matlock
Or
on
around the
Halloween,
time.
I
I
swear to God.
And it's going to be just, I watched The Dark Knight. Like, don't get me wrong, I love The Dark Knight, but
Turn
come
his
on,
shit
man.
off.
That's not my Batman.
It's not my Batman either, but it's definitely my Joker.
Cabin in the Woods.
Okay.
It's not bad, yeah.
I love that movie. I don't know why I like it so much. I mean, I do.
It's a
because
goofy-
It's a,
You know what's cool about that movie?
It's a great twist.
It's genuinely scary for the first half.
Yeah.
And then it like takes a total twist that you're like, what the
twist.
fuck is this?
Yeah.
Well, that's how the comics are.
Yeah.
So it's based on a comic, and I don't remember if it's DC or
I did not know
Marvel.
that, really.
I can't get that off the. I can't just get. I mean, we do have the technology, but I'm not going to go into that. But it is based off a comic book, and it is like that. It's very like they try to be scary, and then they flip it to make it funny.
Yeah.
They're inspired entirely by.
All right, who had giant spiders?
Yeah, no, I mean,
Right.
it's just like, when you think about it, it's like, that's great.
And it's
This
got
is a
the
great
it's
story.
got the dad from Step Brothers in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's all like, "Who's got giant spiders?"
Right now, chalkboard. and
Thor's
shit.
in it, right? Chris Hemsworth?
Oh, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is it him or is it Liam?
No, it's Chris.
Hemsworth.
Yeah, it's Chris.
It's one of the
Yeah,
Hemsworths.
he's like the typical jock, and then they got the cheerleader and the token pothead guy, and it's very cliche. Yeah, I like it.
That's a good little.
It's a great movie.
It's a good little movie.
and
I was
really
not
like it.
expecting
Yeah.
that. That was
It's good. It's
I-
gory. It's nasty. But then, like, it's like one of those weird movies where it transitions out of nowhere. Like, come on, the one with the vampires, Tarantino.
Dust Till Dawn?
Dust Till Dawn.
yeah.
You're
Day
watching
Before
like this like gunslinger fucking badass movie or
Yeah.
whatever. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
Vampires.
And then out of nowhere,
and then-
vampires. You're
And
like,
then Salma Hayek.
Oh yeah, and so yeah.
yeah. Well, it starts off with Salma Hayek turning into a vampire. You're like, oh.
Have you noticed Quentin Tarantino has an odd obsession with feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every movie.
He every movie he's ever been or done, there's He's
Feet.
doing something with
They
feet.
focuses on feet. Yeah,
Like
Uma
he
Thurman.
drank
Yeah.
liquor off of Selma Hayek's feet.
Yeah.
And Uma Thurman predominantly displayed her feet.
Remember,
her
they're like,
ugly-ass feet
I'm gonna
in
move
Kill
that
Bill.
toe, and she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, she moves.
He has a-
Those
he has a
weren't feet.
thing-
Those were claws.
Yeah.
Just a quick.
And then have you seen the Family Guy skit where he's Selma Hayek's eye wrangler, and it's like during her scene, her eyes start drifting apart, and he's like, "Cut!" and he goes and just pushes them back together.
Selma Hayek?
Not Selma Hayek. I'm sorry, Uma Thurman.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Her eyes just constantly drift apart. Cut.
I feel like they would have went like that to her boot.
Yeah,
Actually,
valid.
nothing. They're just perfect.
They're just
So just quick 1A, 1B. 1A is Cabin in the Woods. 1B, Saw. The original Saw.
Ooh, that's hard. I saw the first Saw and I was enthralled.
Yeah.
When that guy sawed off his spoilers for a 20-year-old movie. When that guy sawed off his fucking foot, I was like, I'm done with
Yeah.
this movie. He sawed off his own goddamn foot.
And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden the guy gets up off the ground.
And then have you
Spoiler
seen
alert.
Have you seen all the Saws?
Yeah, oh yeah. The most recent
Spoiler
one?
alert. Like Saw 3 or 4, they go
Spoiler
back
alert.
and you find out that guy didn't even make it 20 feet down the hall.
Yeah.
Yes.
He bled out.
Yeah, he bled out. He was a carcass.
Yeah.
At the next scene.
Yeah.
Here,
Oh, the next
you got
movie
a bottle
or-
opener.
Oh. Speaking of Kill Bill, have you guys heard Quentin Tarantino's doing Kill Bill 3?
Really?
Yep.
So is that gonna be the last
Maybe.
one?
Well, he has announced
is
that
he
he
gonna
wants. He's announced that he wants to do it. He's already got a script. He just needs to get the funding.
How many? He's doing like so many, and that's gonna be it.
I thought it
Like
was just going to be
13 or
2.
14.
13?
No, like movies in general.
Oh.
But he put some of them together. Like Kill Bill is technically Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 is technically one movie.
Okay.
But yeah, he wants to do like 13 movies or 14 movies, and that's it. And I thought this last one he'll have one more after this.
Was The Hateful Eight his movie?
Yes,
That was a good ass
was good.
movie.
Yeah.
That was a real good movie.
the last Saw was good. I thought.
I haven't seen the last Saw.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think it's called Jigsaw. Or
I think I stopped at like 5.
yeah, it got a little. I watched it. I was like, oh wow, this is actually a really good.
Saw
movie.
2 really fucked me up whenever that chick or dude
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
jump into that pool of syringes. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Final
The
Destination.
syringes thing, yeah, I was all like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Final Destination. You watch it and you're like, I can't drive behind a truck with the logs.
yeah,
on the
I
back
can't
anymore.
do it anymore. If I see logs on a truck, I get in another lane, like 100%.
Well, it's like the carousels. You know, I see
Oh,
that
yeah.
those cheap ass places. I'm like, I'm not getting on that someday.
The Mexican carnivals that pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh no, not like the Houston Rodeo. It's the same equipment. I'm like, that. Hey, come on, ride. We're like, you got me fucked
yeah,
up.
Fuck you.
I'm not riding on that.
See ya.
Better put on a helmet and elbow pads and a harness.
So can I say something real quick?
Yes.
In India, they just built like an 83-story Ferris wheel.
What?
Yeah.
Like 830 feet? 83 stories?
Yeah, let me find it real quick.
80
India.
That's like Transco Tower, man.
I'm not getting on that fucking thing.
How many stories is Transco Tower? 60?
Look that up.
I feel like I don't want to.
We don't look up facts here on Man
Hey,
Cave
I'm
Live.
sorry,
Damn.
18 stories.
18.
Oh, that's significantly smaller
Wow.
than 83, sir.
Oh my God.
You had us fucking going 18
Wow.
stories. How big is the fucking carousel down at the Ferris wheel down at the aquarium?
I don't know, but I know we are pressed for time to
sorry
get to
about
our
that.
next
Yeah,
other
yeah,
bits
yeah.
here.
Yep.
So, I think so. I
Yeah.
think it's wait. Are you gonna do like your little?
Well, we
know-
have to get.
Well, hold on.
counts.
We know you do a vampire thing. We know that you just like, just poof out of the middle of nowhere, just disappear.
Not me.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Just. I know you just go. What's your little disappear thing?
Can I put this on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What? He's gonna say something.
I have to say it.
Well, whatever you do to like disappear. Can you do it? You gotta put a mask on. You don't even remember it.
might.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't. He has no idea what you're
No
talking
idea.
about. He has no idea what you're
Do I
talking
say
about.
it?
No. What are you talking about?
Fine. Get you just.
Okay.
Bring the count on. I'll be back.
No.
All right. Bye.
Count. Get fucking Jesus.
All right. Listeners,
Let's see what
viewers,
the count's costume is.
let's introduce somebody who's been here for every single Halloween episode, as far as I remember. And that is Count motherfucking Crosby.
No.
Sorry, that was Count motherfucking Crosby.
All right, my costume wasn't delivered in time.
One of your headphones is on like this, buddy.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Thanks, Bat Brain.
You're welcome.
I was talking about the guy who was wearing them first. He left them uneven.
Oh, that piece of shit?
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
that motherfucker.
Sorry.
So
You didn't get enough good laugh.
like my vampire orgy mask.
It's good. I like
Hold
it.
on. He needs a better introduction. That was sad. You know, he's walking in and stuff like that. All right. So introducing Count motherfucking Crosby.
Y'all motherfuckers. I've been here the whole time. I had like a bubble in my
Oh,
throat.
damn it. I thought you were going to do that. I'm feeling kind of creeped out right now.
I am fucking terrified. Ugh.
Playing Toccata and Fugue.
So Pumpkinator.
Holy
Pumpkinator.
shit. Yeah, so let's talk about it.
Sounds
so
like
you had
they
all
don't
three.
know a lot about it.
You had all three off screen, right?
Yes.
And the first Pumpkinator is 11.2. The white one is 12.6, and the red one is also 12.6.
Which is weird because the original one is normally 10. I guess they amped it up.
Really?
So what you don't know about the Pumpkinator, besides the St. Arnold's Brewery, they have it on draft, but they go back 3 years. So they have 19, 20, and 21 this year. You can get whatever you want.
First off, what are you wearing?
I'm a vampire.
This is Vampire Orgy
vampire.
Mask. Can you hand me my orgy mask over there,
Orgy
Brian the
va-
Brain? The one with the antlers?
Orgy vampire. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd it go?
Like the one from Interview with the Vampire. You know, like did they have the orgy thing?
Oh,
See,
yeah,
I
yeah.
also have a Vampire Orgy Mask.
What?
Yeah, we had fun last weekend.
See, mine's better.
That
It
is
has
better.
antlers.
Mine's old. It's
Oh,
from like
touche.
18, 20.
Well, I put on makeup. How's that? And this makeup is probably burning my face off. Just so you know, I'm going to wake up and my face is going to be off.
I feel
Just
very
off.
protected behind this. Like, I feel like people can't see me and I can do whatever.
I see.
Hence the Vampire Orgy thing.
I see.
Oh, yes. So,
But do you?
Count, welcome back to the show.
But do you?
Welcome back, Pudgy. No, like y'all talk about that they put it on draft as stats. I believe the owner, can we say his name?
Sure.
Half owner, old Tater Doodle. He buys it in advance and he puts the previous year on draft. So
Okay.
when he taps the keg this year, it's going to be last year's.
2020s.
And the same thing with the bourbon barrels. They won an award for the bourbon barrel, the red one right there last year.
Yeah.
Which I didn't like it. I mean, I like it.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's
It's
good.
a good bourbon barrel, but it takes away from what it is. You don't taste the pumpkin.
Sure.
So I feel like it's pointless. Might as well have the original one. And by the way, they're only $7 for the small one.
Yeah.
$8.50
You know
for
what?
the big
You're actually
one.
really right. It does take away from the pumpkin because it is so boozy and bourbonly. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you taste the cash, you don't taste any pumpkin.
I like the vanilla.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Really, I got one of the vanilla just because I wanted to try it.
Sure.
I knew I didn't really like the other one. It was a waste
Yeah.
of money. Might as well get as many originals as possible. I got 24 this year. Last year I only got 10.
24?
20 fucking 4?
Hijo la
I
chingao.
still got 18 left.
All right, we're going to the Count's
I'm
house.
gonna try to save some for Thanksgiving. But what you also didn't know or mention, maybe you do know, maybe you don't, the variants. Well, first of all, I like the vanilla. I actually did like it, and I tried to get more, and they were gone. I think the pumpkin and the vanilla accent each other very well. But the bourbon barrel and the vanilla bourbon barrel were last year's Pumpkinator.
Let me see what that is.
So the ones they released last year, they took a bunch of it and put it in the barrels and aged it all year. So actually, those are the 2019 or what year is it? 21?
Yeah, it's 2021 today.
So those are 2020's Pumpkinator, aged in a whole year.
Shit. Sorry, I'm sorry, Count. Our lights are.
I thought that was you the whole time. That hasn't been you at all.
No, we got some light issues.
Wait, I was
Sorry.
there holding my stomach. I've been feeling bad. I kept waving. Y'all could mention I'm here.
We did eventually.
Yeah.
So what do you think about them?
Oh, they're phenomenal. They're ridiculous.
So you gave this guy the vanilla. We want to hear your ratings.
Well, obviously the original's a 6.
Sure.
I might have to give the vanilla a 6 as well.
I got you. It's really good.
I wish I would have got more. I tried to go back and get more. Nada.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
But the bourbon, I mean, it's a good bourbon barrel stout.
Sure.
St. Arnold's makes pretty good stouts. They're rare. They put out a stout a couple months ago. It was a special release. There was a vanilla bean bourbon stout, I guess similar to the Pumpkinator one. It was really good. I like their, but it takes away from the pumpkin. Clown Shoes makes a imperial stout pumpkin. That's a
It's
bourbon barrel. It's called the Gordo.
I'm gonna have to try that because you know
no,
me
it's
and
called
stouts,
it's
man.
called the Gourd.
No, the Gordo is the one I'm talking about. The Gourd is the original one. It's not bourbon barrel. I've never found that one. I've never tried it. But they're bourbon barrel. They use a rye bourbon, and it's not that powerful. So it's very similar to original Pumpkinator, just a little stronger with the aftertaste of like rye bourbon.
I feel like there's a lot of.
So 6.6. What about the Red Boy here?
That's where I'm conflicted.
Yeah.
For a bourbon barrel stout, it's really good.
Sure.
But what it does to Pumpkinator, it's offensive.
It is.
Oh shit!
I didn't buy any this year. I didn't want them. I saw them. Like, I don't want that.
I said the same thing too when
So-
the brain bought these. I said you're not gonna like the red one, and he said why? It's because it is boozy. You're not gonna the way it tastes. You're not gonna be. You're expecting Pumpkinator mixed with bourbon. It's like you're taking Pumpkinator and mixed with bourbon. That's not what you get. You get basically boozy ass
a bourbon stout
shit.
with no pumpkin.
So was this the first year that you've had the vanilla bourbon?
This is the first year it came out.
Yes, this
So-
year right here.
Last
do
year
you
they
do
did
you
a-
like this in
What was the-
ways of it being a Pumpkinator?
I think the vanilla and the pumpkin accent each other really well.
Okay, so you're
Like
not
it-
upset
like
with
it-
them adding the vanilla bourbon to the Pumpkinator for this guy?
It's probably the same bourbon, but they put vanilla bean in there.
Yeah.
And I think if they would have made just a vanilla Pumpkinator without the bourbon, it might be as good as well.
Maybe they'll hear this and take our advice.
Fucking should.
Vanilla without the bourbon in the Pumpkinator. Vanilla bean, sir. Vanilla bean.
Yeah. I like,
So-
the,
so
I like the
6.6.
original one, but
4, 5.
I would rather buy one more original Pumpkinator for an extra $2 than get the bourbon barrel.
Gotcha.
Because, they're going to be gone, and then it's going to take a year to get them again.
I hear that. Yep.
This is only the third year I drank them. When we did that 2 years ago, that crazy-ass Halloween show we did, that was the first year I tried Pumpkinator. I used to see it and be like, pumpkin, fuck
Yeah.
that.
Immediately you're like,
And all the beers...
nutmeg beer,
all the beers
yay.
we drank that show were terrible.
They were absolutely one of. So we did this, listeners, viewers. We've had 2 episodes where we've tried to do the ratings and give like a bunch of different Texas, and even the second episode we did the regular U.S. beers to try to find out what was the best pumpkin beer, and Pumpkinator always won.
100% hands down. I get
Texas,
it.
it beat Texas, and it beat the rest of the United States because everything else that was out there that was most popular tasted just like nutmeg flavored beer,
Oh, yeah.
whether it was an IPA
Tastes like-
pumpkin beer or just any
Yeah,
pumpkin
most
beer.
of them were like lagers, ales, saisons. They tasted like potpourri, old lady bathwater.
It was
like we did the 5 2 years ago, and us talking shit about the beers we were drinking for that hour was probably the funniest part of the show. It's just hilarious.
You have another beer here that you have opened.
We've had this on the show. We'll get into that later. I mean,
Okay.
Elysian, they're the ones that put out a different pumpkin stout this year.
they did, and
They
it was
put
not
out-
that great.
You
put
want
out
to?
6, and only one was a stout.
You want to do it?
No, because we need to move in.
It's just an IPA.
Sorry. We've had Space Dust, Elysian and Space Dust on the show before. You've gotten your prime time on our show, and if you want it again, you have to pay. So that's all there is to that. So we're gonna get right into our special little bit segment that we do here on the Halloween episode.
Well, we got to find out the Count's favorite Halloween movies first.
That is correct. All right, so you heard in
Well, when you say Halloween movie, there's
movies that you like to watch during Halloween.
I didn't.
It doesn't have to
celebrate
be a Halloween
growing up,
movie.
but I've been thinking about this for a little while, and I might have to just snap right into Beetlejuice.
Oh,
a
damn
good
it,
one.
man.
That is good. It's not necessarily Halloween, but it does fit.
You know, there's that perpetual rumor that they're making a part 2.
Yeah, they've been working on it for like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
6,
4 or
7
5 years.
now.
Yeah, same as the Halo movie.
Shit, it's been like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. And scary movie wise, and I had one, but I don't remember where it went. The original Poltergeist always freaked me out.
Oh yeah.
When I was
This
a kid, it
house
freaked me out, but as
is
an adult,
clear.
it's just
Yeah,
it just doesn't get me anymore.
They're here.
That's Poltergeist.
Boy, this mask
That's
is
what he
making
said.
my face
Oh.
sweat.
He
Hey,
said
vampires don't
Poltergeist.
sweat.
I thought you said Exorcist. I'm sorry.
No, Poltergeist.
Oh, yeah.
Poltergeist did freak me out though.
It's weird.
As far as I'm concerned, the scariest movie in existence, and I know people are going to boo me, fine, whatever. The scariest movie I've ever seen is Paranormal Activity, the first one.
It is creepy.
It scares the shit out of me to this day. I can only watch
Makes
it
look
once.
so real, like it could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Even though you
And
know it's fake.
I think they made that movie with like a $10,000 budget, and all that went to the camera and paying the actors.
Yeah, the actors' iPhones they use to film it.
Yeah.
Well, like
yeah.
the editing and whatever.
And I remember when that movie came out. It was released in select theaters, and one of those theaters was in Washington D.C. where I was living at the time. So I got to go see this weird movie that nobody was talking about, that I thought was a B movie that my friends told me to go see, that was called Paranormal Activity, and I went and saw it in theaters. I shit you fucking not. For the last 20 to 30 minutes, a woman in like the first 10 rows screamed. I'm talking straight for 20, 30 minutes. Screamed. Pausing only to take a breath. It freaked me out more than anything else about that movie, and I walked away not able to contain my...
You didn't ask her to leave?
No. And I remember the next... I'm not going to be like, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Did you get the
Ma'am,
fuck out? This was
ma'am,
expensive?
ma'am.
It wasn't expensive. It was like a $5 ticket. It was like at a college theater.
So what Paranormal did when they first released themselves on the pre-release,
They made
they did the
millions
exact
off of
same
that
thing
10,000.
that Blair Witch
Blair
did.
Witch Project.
They went out and said like the actual screen credits did not roll up. There was no screen credits. There was nothing. You just watched it and just saw that like this film was found and discovered or whatever, kind of like Blair Witch. So people were like, based on what they saw, this has to be real because it looked legit. Because
Oh.
it's like shitty, grainy footage or whatever, you know.
Nobody
and
in the
then-
theater
and then doctored.
was confusing. Nobody in the theater was tricking themselves that it was real. We all knew that they were actors.
Not
But
like
it
Blair
still-
Witch?
No, but it's still
'Cause Blair
scared the-
Witch-
Blair
listen-
Witch was a phenomenon.
Was a phenomenon
Yeah, it
because
really
Blair
was.
Witch, you knew nothing about it,
Yeah.
and then it popped up out in theaters as it was presented as like this is found fucking footage.
Yeah.
And
And
that
it
the
was really
families
the
or
film
whatever
that started that-
paid
that
for
whole
this to
genre.
be produced as a movie. So when you watched it, you were like, "Oh my fucking
Yeah,
god!"
dude.
I'm watching these people like disappear and get murdered. Like
I
you're
didn't see
basically
the whole
watching
movie.
like a true crime fucking documentary, and you get to see everything.
I didn't mind the second one. It was like more like a movie.
A Book of Shadows, yeah, it was good.
I never saw that.
I liked it.
I never saw that.
It set the stage, it set the story. I
Yeah,
liked
think
it.
It was more like in a warehouse or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I liked it. I wasn't as good as the first one
You know what's cool
because
about?
I was one that was convinced that this was real footage.
Oh yeah, I was one of the. But you know, it came out when we were like in freshman year, sophomore
like,
year.
yeah, eighth
It was
grade,
young,
ninth grade.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
No,
young.
I was in ninth grade. Yeah,
And so
and I was like,
you know,
I'm convinced. Yep, this
we
is
were
real.
at that age where we believed that shit. We were like, holy fuck, this fucking movie.
We didn't have Facebook. We didn't even have fucking.
The cool thing about Paranormal
Phones
Activity
with cameras on them.
is there are 4 separate endings to Paranormal Activity, and you only saw one of them in theaters. Period. They didn't even put it on the DVD. So I've seen that ending, and it's really cool. It's really fun. The same shit happens. It's just it happens in a different way.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
But yeah,
speak-
Paranormal Activity is probably my scariest movie ever. Scared the shit out of me.
Boo.
Speaking of scary things,
Lady in White used to scare me when I was a kid.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
speaking of scary things, sorry, you were going, you were talking.
That's all I got.
Speaking of scary things, we're gonna go right. No, I'm gonna turn y'all shit down. That's very scary when I turn you down. No, so listeners, viewers, we're getting to the crescendo, the last part of our Halloween episode.
The
We do a
climax.
regular show of our, our Halloween episode, but then we ended with our true scary stories. You know, stuff that we're not making up, stuff that we experienced, And we hope that you return the favor and send us your scary stories. Film
Please,
it,
please.
write it, or just send it, or do what you do.
Post it on Facebook, post it on YouTube as a comment, whatever, man. We want to read it. We want
Yes.
Long comments.
We want to know about it.
Tell us a story. Don't be afraid to write a novel.
I would actually prefer you almost film it so I could see your face, show the
Go
emotion.
into detail. We want to know.
Because we've never done it in the past. We've seriously told these same stories 3 years running now, and this is the first time you're going to get to see our faces describe these stories that we've already hashed out 3 times
and
now.
also some visual aids. With
And
the
some
stories.
visual aids, yes.
Going back to the comments, if you're in the area and you're cool, come on over.
We're not going to give you the address. You're just going to have to find us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll meet at Target. You can follow us.
We'll validate your parking. We'll
Yeah.
give you a badge so you
Yeah.
can get in through the gate.
You can get in
And
through
yes, you can come
security.
to the Man Cave Live Studios.
Multi-million-dollar studio.
And we'll give
Yes.
you 1 Shiba coin.
One, which is
Like what? 30
Fraction of a penny.
Yeah.
yeah.
Zero,
If that-
Zero, zero, zero.
In fact, you owe us money. So we're gonna go right into scary stories.
Stories from hell.
Come on, Count. You got to give us that laugh. Come on, deep, thick.
Try it. I got that bubble. I don't want to throw up on the microphone.
Do it. See if you can try.
It hurts. It hurts. I was out there practicing it. I was go back to season 2. Listen to my intro. You know what I'm talking about. Mark Hamill ain't got shit on me.
Feel like he's
So
got $1 million
welcome,
on
everyone.
you.
Oh,
So
he's got more money than me.
yeah.
Welcome everyone to Act 2 of Man Cave Live's Halloween episode. And on this episode, oh well, that went.
I guess that went south real quick. Oh shit.
So on this thing, of course, we're gonna start off with the.
Oh, they turned
Oh
off.
shit! Yep,
Oh,
we broke
shit.
it. Yep, we broke it.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh yeah.
Hey!
All right, we didn't break it.
I was dealing with no lights for a while, buddy. Thanks.
Oh my god.
Moving
Your
on.
numbers.
So we're gonna go right into.
That's
so let's-
your electric bill.
So, the captain,
Yes.
your scary story with visuals now.
So, you've all heard my scary story before, and that's fine. I'm going to tell it this time with visuals. I actually called my uncle a few weeks ago, and he listened to the last show that we did, that Halloween show last year. And he said, for the most part, I got it right. I got a few small minor details wrong. And he invited me to go ahead and go on Google Maps and look up the house so that he could see, so that I could see what he was talking about. And that's what I did. So we have a few things here for you.
So, set the premise.
So back in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, my uncle, who is 4 years younger than my father, was at home alone. My father was already in college at McMurray University in Abilene, which was 4-ish, 2-ish, a few hours away.
Correct.
My uncle is 16, 17. So this would have been, 72, 73, around there. And his parents, my grandparents, Grandpa Dan and Grandma Deanne, they're in Greece for a month because Grandma's a millionaire. That's what they do. They travel. So my uncle was at home alone. And where they lived was a finger on the lake. And we're gonna go ahead and show you that lake.
Okay.
So what this is you're looking at Lake Nasworthy in San Angelo. If you look to the top right, that's actually San Angelo itself. And above the red circle is where we're gonna zoom in on. But above that, you see a small river. That's the Middle Concho River. Just to kind of give you an idea of where this is. This is on Lake Nasworthy, on a finger out in the lake. And if you look at our next picture here, this is the actual finger that was circled, and now that house is what we're concentrating on. This is the house that my grandparents and my uncle and my father lived in the late 60s, early 70s.
Were they renting or did they own it?
That's a fantastic question. I don't know.
You need to find out that house is still in your family so we can
No,
go.
it is not in my family. So this house is actually now owned by a company that rents it out.
This house right here?
Yes, that house right there.
So this is the house that.
This is, so if you go back to the previous picture of it above, of the above pic, yes, that one. So this is from the left, you see there's a road coming to the right. And that's about as close as you can get to a house. There's a gate on that road. that separates you from the property. So if you go to the next picture, this is the view that you see from the gates. So whenever you're looking at the house from the street, this is what you see.
Iron Gate.
And so now it's owned by a company that rents it out for parties, for weekend retreats, things like that.
Or podcast recordings.
Or
You're damn
podcast
right.
recording.
That's
Sharon
correct.
Kane house.
That's correct. That's what my father told me. I don't know if it's privately owned yet or not. But as you can see up on the second floor, those windows, that was my uncle's bedroom. Okay? So the detail that I got wrong is what I'm going to tell you in the story is I say he shimmied down a pipe. Literally what he did was he crawled across the awning there and then shimmied down one of those, what is that? Like that's not a garage. What is that?
Carport.
Yeah, one of those cardboard
Yeah,
pipes.
carport.
So what happened was my grandparents were gone for the month in Greece, and my uncle was staying at home alone. And he was just at home at night, right? And he heard a car drive up. And as you could see from that previous picture, you can easily tell from that window that was his bedroom when a car drives up. You could see the driveway.
Oh yeah, you could definitely.
You could definitely see the
from what
driveway.
I saw there. Yeah, look at it. You could. Yeah,
You could 100% see the driveway.
you would hear it and you would see it.
And my grandfather has always had multiple vehicles, so they already had a vehicle parked in the carport. So if anybody drove up that driveway, they weren't going to be able to park in the carport. They had to park on the driveway.
Right.
He looked out his window, nothing there. And he clearly heard a car drive up.
Cars
Right?
were very loud back then.
Yes, very loud. You were talking the 70s, where a miniature car was like 20 feet long. So he definitely heard a car drive up in the driveway. Nothing there. So if you go to the very next picture, the number 4 there, you see this is kind of from the lake itself. You see there's almost like a boat port to the right there. So the last time I told this story, I described
This
it
is
as...
not the same house, though.
Yes, it is. It's just from the behind. Oh, did I grab the wrong picture?
I feel like you did.
I might have grabbed the wrong
That one
picture.
looks 2 stories.
I was like,
Oh, that is 2
that's
It is.
fancy.
It's the same house. It's the same house. It's just from
Okay.
the lake. Yeah, it's the same house.
Yeah, the front looks way better.
Yeah, the front looks way better. So this is the view that you see from the lake. So you see that boat port kind of on the right. That used to be what my grandparents called the watershed. It was still the ports, the little carport thing, but they just kept like gallons of water and barrels of water in it.
Right.
Because this was the 70s, that's what people did. So they called it the watershed. Now that port apparently has a little hanging light in it. So whenever he looked out his window at the driveway and saw no car, he also saw the light was on in the watershed. Not a problem. He went ahead. He climbed out. He got on the awning. He climbed down the little carport pole. He went and turned the light off. By the time he shimmied back up the pole, crossed the awning, and went into his home or went into his bedroom again, the light was back on. At that point, he was like, "You know what? I don't care. I'm done with it. No, whatever."
So what's the scary part of this?
I'm wondering why he did all that instead of go down the stairs out the front door.
He's lazy.
Right.
He's a lazy piece of shit. But
sounds like harder-
the real reason is
Sounds like harder work.
they had a spiral staircase that was actually very, very small and very steep, and he didn't really like climbing it.
I'd have done the same thing.
This
then.
spiral staircase clangs against the wall anytime anybody climbs up it. It was actually quite annoying. They hated it. So after he climbs back up into his room, right, he hears the front door open. Clearly hears the front door open and close. Looks back out the window, no car. So
he's-
then he decides, he hears it open because there's a hinge squeak, if you will, and then so he goes and he locks his bedroom door because he's like, you know what? There's somebody in the house. I'm not gonna deal with this. He sits on the bed and he grabs his baseball bat. He hears the spiral staircase banging against the wall, which only happens if someone's climbing up it, right? And now he remembers that for his entire life in this house, which has only been 4 or 5 years, for his entire time in this house, they've always had weird things happen. Cabinets that they know they closed or open whenever they enter the room again. A chair just rocking for no reason when there's no wind. Piano keys tinkling. There could be all kinds of explanations for these. But the
Right.
fact that he knows that this has happened in the house, it's already unsettling to him, right? So he's full on scared. He hears the spiral staircase clanging against the wall, right? And then there's a short period between the spiral staircase clanging and his doorknob starts moving. Like somebody's trying to get into the bedroom. And he's waiting with his baseball bat. Nothing happens, nothing happens, nothing happens. So my uncle decides it's time to get out of this house. He unlocks the door as quietly as he can, and he shoves it open, like swings it open, ready to swing. Nobody's there. So he escapes his window again, climbs across the awning, climbs down the pole that the carport is on, gets in his car, which is underneath the carport, backs out and drives 3 hours straight to my father's dorm, where he slams on the door, wakes up my father. It's like 1 a.m. or something, 2 a.m. And they go down to the local diner and they talk about it. Yeah, they go down to the local diner and talk about it. He says he will not go back in the house alone anymore. And he waits until his parents, my grandparents, get home the following week. He stays with my father the entire time. The following week, and he explains what happened. Grandpa Dan decides to go back into the history of the home. He goes to the realtor that they got the home from. He goes back and finds the previous owners, and he asks them about anything weird. And the previous owners told him a story that the owners before them had a 17-year-old son that overdosed and died in the home. And so what they think, based off of what they are telling them, random things left open, staircases clanging, nobody getting hurt, just kind of weird sounds and weird doors and drawers being left open, that maybe this kid might have been haunting the house. This is all conjecture. Might have been haunting the house, and maybe he was looking for money or drugs or something.
Nope.
So after that, my uncle's like, I'm not living in this house anymore. And they sold the house quickly after. But yeah, that's it.
The kid, he was fucked. I heard from a medium that if you overdose on drugs, your ghost is just wasted the whole time.
Oh, really? So he might have just been walking around. But yeah, that's really it. I called my uncle, and he listened to the show, and he said, for the most part, I got everything right. I got a few small details wrong, but that's because I also heard the story from my father.
Yeah.
And he wasn't there at the
playing
time.
telephone.
Right. So that's my ghost story. That's my scary story. It's the only thing that's really happened to us that I can think of inside our family.
Just want to apologize to the viewers. I wore this mask for a while, and it's really warm, and it made my face sweat.
Yeah, you're just wet, buddy.
Yeah.
Damn,
But you look good. You look good and wet.
But yeah, you could definitely look this up. I'm not gonna lie or anything because it's a publicly owned home. It's on Kings Road, right, and it's off of that finger on Lake Nasworthy below the Middle Concho River, southwest of San Angelo. So you could totally look up this address. I don't know if there are any records or newspaper articles or anything like that about it, but this place totally exists. And we did go and see it whenever we went to my grandfather's place before he died in April of 2018. And it looks like a really cool place. Like, it doesn't look spooky or anything like that. It looks normal.
Should buy it.
We should do a podcast there. I 100% agree.
I would like to
make a rock album there.
Oh, yeah.
So I have
I've never been there. I've only been to the gate to see what the house looks like from the outside. So I don't know what it looks like inside. I don't know anything about it other than what I've seen and what I've been told. But it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool to do a podcast there. We should look into it 100%.
but yeah.
Yeah,
Once those ships come in.
even though San Angelo's
those
like
safe
what,
moons.
a 9-hour drive away.
Yeah, no shit. We should fly there.
100%.
Take an hour. So I have one,
Oh,
and I'm going to go right into mine. Get it out of the way because you've heard it 1,000 times, but now you get to see it. And then, you actually get to see after mine, the counts, see his visuals, because his visuals really make it, the shit he's seen in our previous work and stuff like that. So mine is an experience where me and my friends, or our friends, went into the Jefferson Davis Memorial Hospital here in Houston, Texas.
what's that shit look like?
Now, so this is what it looks like now, or did, when
Whenever
we went
you
into
went
it.
into it, yeah.
It was abandoned.
Holy shit. I
Now,
wouldn't go in that.
This building was built in 1942, as far as I remember, as far as I know, and it was built over Civil War. It was built over a Civil War cemetery. So Confederate fucking soldiers were buried there, and they needed to make room for a new hospital. So they just moved the headstones and built this cemetery right on top.
Like Poltergeist.
That was the reason why like Poltergeist. That was the reason why they called it the Jefferson Davis Memorial Hospital.
There's no reason to do that.
To honor the dead of the
Like,
Confederates.
obviously, your shit's
Right.
going to be haunted. Like,
So
why
ins-
would you do that?
So instead of moving them, they're just like, all right, we're just going to put their president's name as a memorial to the hospital. So yes, this is what it looked like when we walked in. So
And what year was this whenever you did this?
2004.
Okay, so that's what it looked like.
So it was
almost 20
October.
years
It
ago.
was Halloween 2004.
Oh, you did it on Halloween?
Halloween night.
Dumbass.
So me and my buddies went there. We were there to film and document, right? So we had already heard stories about the fact that if you have video cameras, that your equipment's going to fail. If you try to take pictures there, you have a bunch of orbs in most of your film. And if you even get film, there's like records that if you went there and filmed anything with video or even took a bunch of photos, that nothing exists. You'll go there forever, and like you come home and you got nothing on film and you got nothing on video. Nothing. Because, so the long story is that not only did it serve as a hospital in 1924, it later got abandoned for bigger sites to build a bigger hospital, so they kind of used it and repurposed it for anything medical, such as a psychiatric ward in 1940. The thing is that the reason why they did this because there was some murders there prior to in the 1920s and 30s, because people were starting to see things there, as so the story goes, because it's built on a goddamn Civil War cemetery grave. So people think that poltergeists probably shouldn't be there. So things just started happening there all the time. So they abandoned it for the hospital, and then later on they abandoned it for the fact that it was a psychiatric ward, and then it was like an outreach program for substance abuse programs, stuff like that in the late 60s and 70s, and then that was abandoned. And this is, like I said,
hold on, I might have been flubbing just a little bit. Did you say when it shut down?
I think it was the 70s, 80s maybe.
Okay, so before the 90s either way.
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I remember. So, like I said, look at this building here. If you see that there's not a single there's not a single window or door there. It's barricaded and stuff like that. But there are no windows or there's no doors outside.
What about inside?
Inside, okay, so I'll show you this. Inside, there is also no doors. Well, here's another shot of it.
Okay, this is a
With
different
the
angle from
barricade.
the outside. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, man, that place is spooky. I don't know if I would step foot in that fucking
This is
place.
all you see on the inside. It's just like falling apart. There's, as you can see on the sides, there's no doors. Everything's been torn apart. There's no windows on any of this building, right? And here's another shot. Like I said, there's no windows or doors whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Whenever you have a place that's been shut down and dilapidated for that long, people are going to knock the windows out.
Like, here's another shot. See, you can see that little,
So wait, that's like a countertop / desk thing. Was there just shit like that?
There was graffiti. There was shit. There was.
What about like desks?
There was
chairs,
gurneys. There
wheelchairs?
was old school wheelchairs left everywhere. Just like nothing that nobody even wanted to steal off. And so, and also a part of it was this the crematory or the incinerator. This is an adjacent
Holy
building
shit.
right next to it.
That's some Auschwitz shit right there. Look at that.
This,
that's fucking crazy.
this was an incinerator. Where they burned the bodies of the dead.
Jesus.
And this is the inside of it was. Well, this is
what
not the
room
inside
this
that
is?
I remember. The inside that I remember, because this is the first building that we walked into. We went into the crematory, or what they call the incinerator, and on the inside it was nothing but ash, just burnt ash, like burnt magazines, burnt everything on the on the floorboard was just nothing but.
When the fuck did you get here?
Dusty.
You just fucking derailed his entire story.
Did you go to the orchard too?
You didn't invite us? You didn't invite us.
Anyways,
Okay, so burnt ash on the floor?
So this floorboard right there, you see that all that concrete on the bottom, it was totally full of ash. Like, excuse me, it was not even like ash like you think. It was like burnt magazines. You could still see burnt magazines like still crumbling up around on the floor. Like you pick them up and you're like, it's like porno magazines. Like somebody like somebody dumped porno magazines there that were burnt up.
How thick would you say
It was
the
about
ash
up to my knee, so it was about a good 3 feet or whatever.
Wait, hold on. So there was 3 feet of ash in certain rooms?
In the incinerator. No, just the
So
incinerator
you guys didn't
building.
walk in there, right? You just kind of looked at it from...
Oh, no, I walked in.
Did you wade through that shit?
I waded through it. I wanted to know what it was. Sorry. Yeah, I definitely wanted to walk in to see what it was like.
Okay. All right.
So, when we made it into the full building, it's like 4 stories. There's like the basement, which is still above ground and stuff like that. Here's another picture. This is the little area. So that little white area where you walk in, that goes to the basement. Kind of like the first one here. You know, you see that little white side right there?
Oh, down on the bottom left?
Yes, that part goes into
So
the
that
basement.
little doorway down on the bottom left in this picture right here for those of you watching.
And then that goes into the morgue. So, now to set the premise here. This is why this is scary. So me and my buddies went in there, and we walked out through that barricade. You saw with the chain link fence and stuff like that.
Real
we walked
quick,
in
would
there.
You mind name dropping your buddies?
So it was, they've been on the show. There's Chatty Daddy, there's Clintoris, there's Blake, and producer Sven was there. You know, we all had equipment, video equipment. Well, I had a video equipment and cameras. And I actually went and bought, because I heard about the stories of like your fucking batteries die while you're there.
And you had a VHS camera, right?
A VHS,
like the big ass fucking.
Sorry, the mini.
Oh, like the beta?
Yes.
I got you.
The mini VHS. You know, you put it into VHS.
Yeah.
So I had that, but I went out and I charged and made sure that I was not going to be one of those people that say, "Oh, my fucking camera died." I went and bought a 9-hour Duracell battery attachment.
One of those big fuckers.
Big motherfuckers. Like you just went on the back of your camera, and it was heavy as shit. So the theory is that you just go down and your fucking equipment fails. So we go inside, and we walk around, and upstairs, way up on the roof. If you see up here, all the way up on the roof, people can stand up there, all the way up on the roof. So there was people up there trying to scare us. They were throwing rocks and stuff like that. So people were scared, and I was like, "Fuck that." I said "fuck that" because I spent gas money to get there. What do we?
He's trying to transition back to the couch.
Somebody. Oh, hi.
Hey, he's back.
They're
Hey.
trying to do it when the picture's up, so people are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what we did, but it didn't
wait.
really work out this last
It
time.
worked out.
Yeah, it worked out.
So we went inside. We finally started investigating. We already see right when we walk in, there's an elevator shaft.
As a group, you're sticking together the entire time.
Yes.
I got you.
And there's an elevator shaft and like a fucking steel plate that's like overlapping the elevator. It's like kind of over the elevator shaft that's hollowed out, and then, you know, the floor.
So just like a loose steel plate.
Yeah, it's kind of like blah, 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 blah. We avoid it because, you know,
Obviously.
we're not supposed to be there in the first place. So we start walking all the way around. We walk through the hallways. We walk through the bathrooms and stuff like that, where you see all the graffiti that we showed you. We walk down these weird spiral stair.
The crematory.
Crematory, you know. Well, we didn't. You just open it and you walk in like it's just ash, just papered ash.
So whenever you say
So we just kind of just blew that off and then walked inside.
So whenever you say crematorium, I'm trying to set the scene in my head.
So
right?
that's the
Did they
incinerator.
have like those cool drawers that you put people
There was
in?
nothing in it except the floor and the fact that this was the building where the incinerator was at.
So they removed all the equipment.
Everything's gone.
I got you.
Stuff's expensive.
I mean,
Sure.
it looked like, you know, this is what was left. You can see the shaft outside the back.
Now to be clear, that's not the crematorium. We don't think it just looked like that.
No, that's
Oh, that's it.
That's
That's
it.
it. Okay.
That's it. After, you know, like I guess they remove all the ash and stuff
That's
like
a
that.
cool circular window, though.
That's where the pipe was. That's
Oh, it's not even a window. Okay.
Yep, the furnace was out that way.
That's the chimney stack.
So we walked inside and we started walking around, and we do notice one thing. We all notice this: that there's not a single fucking door or window in this entire building.
That's true. From all the pictures we've seen, there are no doors.
Like there's no doors or windows. All this has been rot. I mean, the plant life is already starting to take over all of it. So, and there's graffiti everywhere. And then, you know, my buddy, our buddy, producer Sven, is taking pictures with his high-end camera and stuff like that. And he thinks he's seen orbs and stuff like that. And I'm freaking out because of that, because I don't think orbs are, you know, at the time I thought they were cool. But then again, I also thought they were dust. So,
what color were the orbs?
white. They were just like dust orbs, you know. So then we started to move down into the morgue area.
Down as in down the stairs.
Down the stairs. You know, the basement that's still above ground, because there is no basements here in
So
Houston.
did you mention how C-Dub almost died?
We're getting to that.
Get into that.
That was on the top floor.
Spoilers.
No.
If you're going down. All right.
So
my bad.
I'm in the morgue, and this is where we're about an hour in. This is where my 9-hour battery is starting to fail. Like it's starting to just crap out. Like it stopped, and then they're like, "Fuck." I
Your
tried to fix it.
Duracell. Your 9-hour Duracell.
My 9-hour Duracell that cost $100 back then. So then I'm fucking like, fuck. So I put in like the bullshit backup battery. I put it back in, and it's still not working. So then I grab it and put the Duracell back in, and then it starts to work. Right?
So you put the original battery back in.
I put the original battery back in, and it doesn't work. I took it back out and put the Duracell back in, and I'm like, what the fuck? So it's got to work. Like, you know, change out things, see what works. So then it pops up, and the light turns on, and we're able to walk around.
Nothing tops the copper.
But then we're starting to go around, and then we go to the backside. We go up to the backside, and we go up to the balcony. I'm filming everything. I film everything. I filmed like the back, like I said, the backside, the sides, the upside down. You know, I'm basically sorry, I'm all over the place, but I'm basically filming upside down, left and right. I'm filming like the whole building, and it's really just a hollowed out piece of shit.
So we're down in the morgue.
Yeah, you can even see old like dried poop.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, like
like raccoon and dog shit.
Yeah, no, bum poop. More or less.
Oh yeah, the best kind of poop.
So it's just fucking like, it's nothing entertaining. It's almost garbage or whatever. And prior to that, though, when we first walked in, I did film where a buddy of ours named Blake, he had a couple beers with him. I mean, he was actually already 3 sheets to the wind.
I don't believe that Blake just had a couple of beers.
Well, he was okay. He was inebriated.
He actually had a couple with him.
And he was drunk.
You already
So
killed 24 in the trunk.
So he was drunk, and he almost fell walking in, straight in. We were all walking in. He almost fell, and I had this on film, walking straight in to the building, and looks down the elevator shaft and almost falls. He falls on the plate that's kind of leaning into the elevator shaft. And
how did he not fall?
He's lucky.
Did Clint or Sven or something like that?
No, he just felt like he just got lucky.
Wasn't
He didn't fall down. He was just like, "What is this?" And he almost fell into the shaft. He got very close. We lifted him up, and that was the end of it. Right? I filmed that earlier in the tape. So when we get back to the house, so we spent there a good 3 hours filming everything. We got back to the house and we're looking at the tape and everything. We popped the tape in. We saw, the good 45 minutes or whatever, Blake, and falling down the shit and going, this and that, and blah blah blah. And then we get down to the morgue again. This is where it gets crazy. Right when I was telling you that where all the fucking film started to get crazy is when the fucking video started to cut out. So it just starts to white noise, and then it cuts out and kind of comes back very quickly, though, not like a crazy like horror movie thing, but it like cuts out and goes straight to Blake almost falling down the elevator shaft, and cuts into these red doors, like red swinging doors, hospital doors with windows, circular windows on it, that down a hallway that we know that we've seen. We've seen this. In fact, I will show you the fucking hallway.
And to reiterate, there are no doors in this
building. There are
building.
no doors in this building. This fucking hallway is where we see these doors.
Like what, at the end of it?
At the end of it. We see these red doors at the end of it. There's no building. There's no windows. There's no doors in this building because it's all been, gutted. We see 2 red doors at the end of this film, and then it cuts to white noise. Now, for those of you who know about VHS tapes, when you no longer have film being recorded, it goes blue. Blue screen.
Yeah.
When you have white noise is when you got stuff that is filming and that is being recorded, and the signal's shit.
The VHS tape is advancing.
Right.
But it's just for some reason it didn't record whatever.
We have white noise for the entirety of the time from when we were in the morgue all the way to when we left and I stopped recording. Because remember, I thought I was still recording for a whole hour after the morgue. When I changed batteries and did all that stuff, I was still recording. None of that was filmed.
You tried the tracking, nothing worked.
Yeah, try the tracking. Did I do the hi-fi? No, nothing.
You couldn't pay me to walk into that building as it was back then.
Nothing happened. And there's so many witnesses of it. And when I did have the film, and I did show it to a lot of people later on in life.
You showed it to the count, right?
The count you saw the red doors, and it was disturbing.
They also went without me.
So the count, whenever you watch the VHS, you see the red doors?
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah?
But I also wasn't there. I had to take the
To be honest, I do remember the count going, there's got to be doors. Like, he's a skeptic.
Yeah.
So he's like, there's got to be doors in that building. And that's where, Chatty Daddy was like, there's no doors.
So
like, everything's just butted out. And the count's like, no, you must have filmed it before, because obviously it went back to Blake again.
Yeah.
Because we'd already showed the film that we saw Blake falling down, and then it went back to it.
How
then red doors.
How long after Blake falling, red doors?
About 45 to about an hour.
So was there nothing but static for that hour?
After that, though.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so from the red
It
doors,
like jumped around on the film.
yeah,
Like it didn't go in order.
the
So
whole thing
you
was
filmed
shit.
it in order, but it didn't record in order.
What we
They
got?
filmed-
strange.
They filmed
Yes.
it out of order. 'Cause, you know, I'm just,
Yeah, I know. I get it. I get it.
No,
VHS.
it kind of feels like it was filmed completely out of order, the way it was.
So I'm
We
trying
walked
to,
in, we film it, we see Blake fall in, and then I start filming things, and about like 45 minutes in the tape, we go down to the morgue, cuts off. But I filmed for a good hour and a half after
So how
that.
long after it cuts off until you see the red doors on the film?
Instant.
So
Instantly,
I'm trying to picture.
I'm seeing in the morgue that goes out, and then it goes, cuts off to Blake almost falling down the stairs,
Yeah.
and then red doors.
So I'm trying to picture these red doors in my head. Are we talking? Were these red doors in the view of the TV that you're watching them? Right? Were these red doors close to the camera? Are we talking red doors that were off in the distance?
They're just regular hospital doors.
double door.
Yeah, but
Like-
I'm talking. Were they close to the camera? Like were they zoomed in?
Yes.
Were they off in the
yes,
distance?
they were zoomed in. They were close enough you couldn't see the bottom. I do remember
Okay,
that.
okay.
You could see that there were windows up at the top, like regular hospital
So you
doors.
could clearly tell these were red doors. Did
these were hospital doors.
Did they open?
They were just closed.
They were just closed.
Like
It was-
old
just
hospital
a, just a
doors.
still image.
Nothing moved. It was a still image, and then Blake. And when sorry, and
How long did the image last?
then longer than you would think.
Really?
That was the surprising part. It was a
Seconds?
long.
A minute?
It was a good. It wasn't
20,
a minute, but it was like
20, 30 seconds?
I would say 10 to 15 seconds.
Okay.
It wasn't just like a and gone. It
Right.
was there.
Like these are doors, buddy.
Like they were like whatever was going on in that
Swinging
film.
Kind. It was before like the scan bench. you
So
see
hold on.
today.
Now I gotta ask. If you didn't see them move, and I'm not being a skeptic here, I'm just trying to picture the doors.
It was a still image.
If
Again.
you didn't see them move, how do you know they were swinging? You know what I mean?
Just look, no handles.
You
on
could
them.
just tell. I got you. Like those.
like
those
they weren't just like locked. They were kind of like that. Like
I
they,
got you.
That's what they
there's
do.
a little bit of a skew
Can
there.
they still see that hallway, or is it just us?
No, if it's on the left, they can't see it. If it's on the right, they can see it.
Look how
So if you
old
look-
it is. Y'all lucky y'all don't have mesothelioma.
So if you look up like Jefferson
I
Davis
wasn't
Memorial
there.
Hospital, you can go look up all up in there like the hallways and stuff like that.
All
you
that
can
asbestos.
see what you think where doors would be, like the double doors or whatever. That's where we saw them. Like actually, at the end of this hallway is a good example where doors would have been.
Oh, that
Yeah,
small
way
square
at the
of
end.
light down there.
That's
Yeah.
where doors would have been, and there's no door. There was no doors or windows. There was nothing there, and that's what freaked us all out. Freaked us the fuck out. Like
That would freak me out too, man.
we don't even know what to say to what we saw,
100%.
and that was the story I've told 1,000 times right here on the show,
But now we have visual aids.
right here on Man Cave
You
Live.
get from different stories for next year.
So that being said, I'm gonna yield my time and give it to.
The count.
I'm gonna give it to the Count, and I'm gonna
gentleman
bring on
yields.
Brian the Brain, who's gonna tell a little bit of his stories.
Oh, but we could bring him on later. You know, Brian the Brain doesn't need to be on right fucking now. He could get off camera right now as we speak. Thank you. he can wait till the count's done.
And my stories are kind of old.
Well, I
I'm
would
having
say he
trouble
would sit right
remembering
here.
them.
Yeah, but why would you want to do that? Remember, the Brain and I have a feud. Okay.
Well, I also have to do the Halloween P.
Oh, second time on the P board.
The P board.
We really need to get that put up somewhere. You wanna play his
Hold on.
music on for him?
Hold on, I'm gonna try it. I don't think I can do bat.
Maybe we can find
All
out.
right.
But you're coming back, right?
Yeah, hold on. Bat.
Where'd he go? Holy shit! Well, I guess.
Those
All right,
red
Brain,
doors.
come on, let's go, buddy. Welcome, de facto host Brian the Brain. Which
up,
I wonder
Brian?
which button his intro music is.
Tell me a color, I'll push it.
Light blue. No, yellow.
This one?
Yeah.
You sure?
Nope.
Why is this so nice? It's
Didn't
warm.
do anything.
Where did he go?
Did I
Sure
press
didn't. It sure didn't
Oh,
do
it
anything.
almost did. I turned. Don't.
That's not it. Okay,
Nope.
you don't get intro music. Sorry. Halloween, 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 Halloween.
What am I going or what?
Yeah, your turn, buddy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to some old
If you wouldn't mind it.
old gas day stuff.
Okay, some gas
Back
company
when I was
stuff.
in the
huh?
gas company, we used to do these. We called them lockbox jobs. It was like vacant houses. We'd have to go. They have a lockbox code. We have to go
Sure.
in there. And when I was new and young, I didn't really pay attention to them, and I'd end up doing them like late, like when it's dark, and I'd go to like some old ass neighborhood where it's in the woods. Now I'm in a house by myself in the dark in the woods with no power, no lights. I'm in there with a flashlight trying to crawl through attics, trying to find water heaters and stuff like that. So I learned early, find these and do them when it's still daylight.
Sure.
But one of the last ones I did at night, it was not a nice area. The house was fucked up. It was probably like 9:30 at night. I went inside. It was trash. There was trash everywhere. And I'm feeling nervous. I got my friend Professor Lyers on the phone with me.
How's Professor Lyles doing?
I ain't spoke to him in years.
We need to figure that out. Go on. I'm sorry.
So I'm walking around trying to find like closet doors or water heaters to be, attics and all this stuff. And all of us, I mean, there's trash, old beds. It's not empty. And all of a sudden I hear this loud ass like DJ music, just really loud music when I'm walking through a room. And it startled me, but actually it scared him. Well, he screamed.
So he was on your headset talking to you.
And then he screamed when he heard it. Get out of there! Oh! And that startled me. And that's when I decided not to do these at night anymore. To make sure I do them during the day. And every time I leave one of these houses, I close the door, lock it, put the lockbox key back in. I get in my truck, close the job out. Sometimes I'll drive off before I close it out just to get away. I always like to look back at the house at one of the windows, and I always expect to see like some ghostly, like white old lady just staring at me through the house. It didn't happen that time. So a few years later, I'm a newer tech. I go to another one during the day. I'm not that far from here. So I go inside the house. It's a 2-story house. It's actually empty, and I go inside. And it's like springtime, I believe. All I know is I go inside and it's freezing in there.
What time of day is it?
11 noon-ish.
Okay, all right. So it's light out.
Yeah, I do those early now.
Yeah, true.
But you never know what you're gonna see. So I go in there and it's like ice cold in this house. I'm like, what the fuck? And I gotta cycle the furnace and all that. So I go to the thermostat first, which is normal, to go turn it off. And I go to it and it's already off. It's not even on. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I go around, I go upstairs, I find the attic, I pull it down, I go look up there and see what I need to do. I come back down. Then I notice the curtains, like, here's the door, and they got, like, windows and curtains. And they're kind of, like, swaying. So I'm like, is there a fan on or something? There's no fan in there. There's no AC blowing. I go by the curtains, like, put my hands by them. I feel no wind blowing. They're just swaying. I'm like, this is a little weird, especially because it's cold as fuck in this motherfucker. So I go out back, do the meter work. I come back in. I have to cycle the heater on, so I go to the thermostat, put it on heat, raise it up. I go up the stairs to the attic, go in the attic, I'm looking at the furnace to watch it come on. It fires up for like 2 seconds, it goes back off. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to, air pockets, I gotta recycle it. So I go back downstairs to turn it off so I can reset it. I go to the thermostat, and the thermostat's in the off position again. I know I turned it on, I saw the fire come on, so I turn it back on.
Yeah, and those things don't just change themselves, man.
Yeah, and when I'm up, I go back up the stairs and I hear, I always leave the front door open so I can get out of there, and I hear it slam when I'm up there. I'm like, motherfucker. So someone's probably in here now. And so I look at the furnace and it starts trying to light and it just shuts off again. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Should I bleed the line? I don't know. I go back downstairs to fuck with the thermostat again, and it is also in the off position.
What the fuck?
So I'm already feeling a little weird. It's still cold. So I decided I'm going to try this one more time. If not, I'm just going to red tag it. Put it back on heat. Go up the stairs. And now the attic is closed.
Sorry, we had to restart the sound effects.
Like it's a pull down attic with a ladder.
So wait, hold on. So you came down the attic stairs, you went out and checked on the thermostat.
The third time.
Came back up, and the attic stairs were closed. And you clearly did not close them.
Closed. Hold it up, put up there.
What the fuck?
Someone didn't want it hot in that house. I don't know why it was cold. The AC wasn't on when I got there. So I pull it down, I look up there again, I'm like, fuck this. I go back downstairs to the thermostat. This time it's still on heat. I flip it off and I go to the front door to try to leave, which I heard slam when I was up there. And I pull it and it doesn't open and it's locked. And I look, the deadbolt is locked.
Is it one of those, because you know, I worked at the same company for a few months, and there are those deadbolts that are the automatic lockers. You know what I mean? They have that electric magnetic thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I installed it. No, it wasn't. It was just a regular key one. Deadbolt was locked.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I can understand if the doorknob was locked and I came in, it was you could
Sure.
still open it, but the deadbolt was locked. I opened that shit and get the hell out of there.
You red tag it?
No, I just set a cycle in. I mean, I saw it burn for a minute. It's haunted. Fuck it.
It's haunted. Fuck it.
Yeah. See, I'm not supposed to deal with this kind of stuff in the daytime. This is nighttime stuff.
Fuck no.
So I get in my van or my truck, and I'm just like, I gotta remember this is not cool. I mean, I'm not very superstitious. Some weird stuff's happening.
You're a skeptic, yeah.
I'm normally the one that goes to investigate to figure out what's really happening to find the logic. I couldn't find any logic for this at all. So I get in my truck, and I'm not going to close the job out here. I'm going to drive off out of the neighborhood and close it off somewhere safe. And as I'm driving off, I look back in the house at the upstairs window, and sure enough, right there in the window, there was nothing. Nobody looking at me.
That's still fucking creepy as fuck.
It was. All this happened. I may have missed some details. It's been years.
I'm going to, hold on, before we get to Brian's, I'm going to ask you about something, okay? This was a story you told me, and it's not really spooky as much as it's just kind of terrifying to think about the implications. You're pretty sure that you turned on gas for a serial killer, right?
Oh, yeah. That dude was definitely killing people.
Let me hear that story. I want to know that story real quick.
Oh, man. Without pictures, it'd be hard to tell the weird stuff I saw in that house.
I get it. Just try. I want to hear it.
I might have to circle back.
Okay, let's circle back to him after Brian. Brian, you got one for us? You got something for us,
Man,
Mr. Brain?
Oh, wait.
Remember to talk into your microphone.
Okay,
Which
sorry.
one? I got two stories like that. Are you talking about the guy that locked me in the attic, or the
Yes.
guy that had all the bodies in his house?
What the fuck?
Well, now I want to hear both of those. But
They're mannequins.
I was talking about the guy who locked you in the attic. But we'll circle back.
You sure?
Oh, I could throw that out real quick.
Yeah, well, let's hear it. Let's
It was
belt
one
it
of
out.
those one of those neighborhoods in Spring, like where it's backwoods, like one-way roads, and all the houses are like multiple properties with trees around it.
Yeah,
And it's a meter exchange.
like the nearest neighbors, like 100 yards away.
So this is a meter exchange for like meters that are over 30 years. It means nobody that works for the gas company has been in this house in the last 30 years or longer. His meter's so old, we have to replace it.
Is it like one of those pure steel ones that were super heavy as fuck?
323 cast iron meter. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. So I go in there. I find I call him. I find the trail to his house. Old white guy, jumpsuit, creepy dude. And I told him, I got to go inside and look at everything. He's like, you got to go inside? I'm like, yeah, I got to look at all that. He's like, well, give me a few minutes and let me go in there and do some stuff. I'm like, oh, it must be a mess. He's going to clean it. So he goes in there. He doesn't come out for like another 20 minutes. And he's like, all right, it's cool to come inside. So,
What did you do for those 20 minutes?
Set my truck, smoke cigarettes.
You didn't call
Waited.
like dispatch or something and be like, hey man, there's something going on here?
No, I didn't think. I think it was just a mess, and he was cleaning it up.
Okay, all right, okay.
I go inside. The house is nice, clean. There's weird, old, rustic stuff everywhere. Real
Antique
nice.
shit, yeah.
Yeah. So I know he wasn't cleaning. I don't know what he was doing. Well, I started thinking maybe he was moving people that he's got chained up in here.
You started thinking that immediately?
Immediately, because I think that I go to houses that have the locks on the outside of the bedroom doors and all that shit, and I feel like they're. He likes the medieval looking stuff in there too. So, but either way, I go to the attic, the pull down attic, and he has a vent built into the door that sucks AC up in there. And this is like fall; it's not even hot outside. So he pulls it down and says, "Oh, you go up there or whatever." He's like, "I'm gonna close the door and turn this on so it won't be so hot in there." I'm like, "Don't close the door." I'm like, it's fall. It's not even hot. It's fine up there. It feels better up there than it does outside.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, whatever. So I go up there, and I get up there, and it's weird. There's like mannequins and chairs, and I swear there's some of those medieval devices for your head and your arms and shit. I don't know if he collected or
Pillories.
if he's using this stuff. And I started getting very, very uncomfortable.
Sure.
This guy, I know there's people in this house. I can feel their presence, and they don't want to be here. I can tell they're here.
And we're not talking like apparitions. We're talking like people he's hiding in a bedroom or something.
Yeah, exactly. So I get up there, and it's like a wooden deck all the way to the other side of the house. It's a pretty large house with a water heater. And I get all the way over there, and I hear, "Blah-doomp." I look back, he shuts the fucking door. I'm like, this motherfucker. Hell no, he done trapped the wrong guy. So I'm looking around for like sheetrock area because it's all decked out. So I can just like drop through the sheetrock to the living room and come swinging my channel locks at him. I can fuck this guy up. And I do what I'm supposed to do, and I start walking back over there. I'm like, this doesn't open. I'm just crashing through this floor swinging. But
it opened.
He opened it, and I told him, what the fuck, man? I told you not to close that shit on me. He's like, I thought you'd blanket. This was a long time ago.
Yeah. Did you call anyone?
I got in my van and left.
Good.
Okay, yeah.
And I was
Probably for the best.
That guy's killing people.
Yeah. Fuck that. I don't blame you.
What about
He almost got beat up.
Oh, I believe it. I would have fucking whooped his ass for you. So, what about you, Mr. Brian the Brain? What do you got for us?
Wish these lights would stop doing that. It's kind of creepy.
Deal with
Listen to. I found it.
it. It was the wrong intro, but whatever.
So, I guess I've talked about this once or twice.
Hold on.
Yeah.
For you at home, I'm gonna really kind of send Brian through a quick tutorial real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you click on all the way on that left box all the way on that left box, you can sort of scroll down and see your pictures. They're all called Martha Chapel.
Okay, yeah.
And then
okay.
if you click on transition, it'll transition it over to the right. And whatever's on the right is what they see.
Oh.
So right now, that's what they're looking at. So if you click transition again,
I got
see?
it.
All right, so you're good to go. So now you got your visual aids.
Nice.
So go on with your story, sir.
Yeah. What year is this? 2021? So in 2006? 2005, yeah.
So 15-ish years ago.
Yeah, so, godly. Yeah, I just graduated, and some
High
friends
school,
of mine,
not middle- high school.
yeah. So, some friends of mine went to college up in Sam Houston in Huntsville.
Sam Houston State University.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, they're chicks. So we went up there, and obviously, I went to go visit them, and they were like, "Hey, there's a cemetery. It's supposedly haunted. We've heard, some stories, but let's go check it out." Okay.
Chicks.
Let's go check out this haunted cemetery.
All right.
And
sure.
you said okay.
well,
I think I found your mistake.
He's got to impress the chicks.
I've got to
They were
impress the
very
chicks.
lovely.
Valid.
Yeah. So it's about 12 o'clock at night. We go. Here's a picture of the cemetery. Lights, man. Here's a picture of the cemetery.
And this is what you actually saw.
It was dark. It was midnight.
Valid.
But yes,
But
I mean
you
can make
saw
out.
this
Yes,
thing.
yeah, you can make out. So when we get on the road, I think it's called Bowden Road. We get down at Bowden Road and it turns into Martha Chapel Cemetery Road, Street, whatever. We're driving down Bowden Road, and I remember these abandoned houses on the left-hand side.
So wait, hold on. This is Huntsville,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Huntsville is already sort of rural.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a huge city, but sort of rural. How far would you say the cemetery is from the nearest neighbor?
Or the prisons. There's a lot of prisons in Huntsville.
Yeah.
Well, there's
yeah,
that
yeah.
main Supermax or whatever it
Yeah.
is prison.
Which I think I did hear that some of the prisoners got buried there, but it was a long time ago. From the nearest
Gas station,
yeah,
corner store,
yeah,
house.
life 25 minutes.
So 15-ish miles, depending on
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you're on those dirt roads back there's no lights. It's
Valid.
It's your headlights.
Your headlights, and that's it.
We were driving together in a Jeep. There was 5 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in a Jeep.
Now, I'm going to ask this because I always ask.
Sure.
This. Of these 5, anyone we know?
No.
Other than you.
Pudgy met him. Once one of my
Okay, so
one of
Pudgy
my,
met
gr-
one
yeah,
of
one of my
these.
yeah, one of my
Okay.
best friends growing up since 5th grade. The rest no, just high school friends.
Okay.
So
I'm just
yeah,
setting
so
the
yeah,
scene.
yeah. So we're driving down. We got on Bowden Road. We're driving down on the on the right hand side is a bunch of trees. Left hand side, there's a shack, and I remember seeing a dog, and the dog was sitting on the porch.
Rottweiler,
Uh,
Golden Retriever.
It looked like it was a black lab, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Black dog.
Yeah. Just sitting there. It was an abandoned house. Nothing. There was no vehicles. It was a shack, torn down, everything. Sitting there, and then we dog. Keep driving. Turn around. Dog's right behind us. Just sitting there.
How fast do you think you're driving?
15 miles an hour.
So the dog's not sprinting.
No.
Okay. Dog's
walking.
just trotting
Yeah,
after
yeah.
you.
It's like a dirt road, like gravel
Yeah,
road.
yeah.
Sure,
yeah,
sure. Like
dirt road,
Caliche Road or
yeah.
whatever, yeah.
So we drive down another, I don't know, mile.
Mm-hmm.
Another abandoned shack. Same dog sitting there. It looked like the same dog.
Is the dog behind you anymore?
Nope.
So the dog disappeared.
Yep.
You drive down the road further.
Yep.
Another shack.
Yep.
Same dog.
Yep.
Or at least the dog that looks like it.
Looked. Yeah.
The dog's always
The house was different. Exactly. Yeah.
Happened to my wife's mother.
Abandoned houses, abandoned shacks?
Abandoned houses, no lights, no cars, nothing. Torn down. Like, this is clearly a shack.
Well, I mean,
Like a shack people used to live in, or like
Yeah.
put your
Like,
shovels in?
A shit shack.
I don't know if that's so spooky. I mean,
No. So we turn the corner. There's like a little roundabout. We park to where, because we didn't bring flashlights, so we parked to where the headlights. Yeah, I know. We parked to where the headlights were our flashlights. It was dark enough to where it illuminated pretty much everything.
what a dumbass.
I know.
Didn't bring
Right?
a single
I
flashlight
know.
to
So-
a haunted cemetery.
At midnight.
Yeah,
At midnight.
Yeah. So the lights are our.
It's your fault.
Guide. Okay. So we walk in the cemetery.
And this is similar to the view that you would have seen.
Yeah. I mean, except it was
But
dark. But
granted,
yes, you can
midnight.
see the headstones. You can see a burnt down. So the story is, it was a burnt down.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
What cemetery is this?
Martha Chapel Cemetery.
So Martha Chapel Cemetery in Huntsville, Texas.
Correct. And
Okay.
it's still there. Now, granted, 15 years ago,
It's changed.
It's changed.
Sure.
So now, it's not as. I don't want to go that one yet.
Oh, but Pudgy's guiding him from off screen.
Yeah, sorry, I don't want to go that one yet.
Off topic, I do have in-laws in that cemetery.
Do you really? Okay.
How many times have you visited
have
him?
you seen them? Have you been over there?
Zero. I heard the stories about
I
the
wouldn't
funeral,
go.
though. It was pretty
Yeah.
creepy.
Wouldn't.
We'll get to that story in a little bit.
Yeah. So we get there. It's dark, but you can tell the headstones, and you can see the burnt down building. The story was that there was a priest went crazy, burnt the place down. Kids, mom and dads, old people, just dead.
Wow. So he burnt the place down with
He burnt the
people
place
in
with
it.
people. Yeah. Yes.
Locked
He
them in.
locked them in, burnt the place down.
Like the Patriot.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Just like the Patriot.
Yeah.
You're right. Wow.
So that's the story that I've heard. I mean, I try to look it up. It's kind of hard to find, but
Sure. I
yeah.
get
So we're walking around. It's midnight. So let me show you this back. This back. There's in the back, in the very very background. There's a gate. It's hard to see in this picture. I think this picture is a little updated, but there's a gate and there's a bunch of trees, and you can see our shadows because the car is behind us. So you can see you can see our shadows from the headlights, and then on as far as our headlights can reach, there's gates, and you can see things, shadows, running.
So you can see movement on those
of shadows. I mean, it's not like clear. You can see running, but it's just
Sure.
nothing around.
Skittering and whatnot.
Yeah. So we're like, that's kind of weird. Let's go inside the cemetery.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a great
Let's go
idea.
check it out. So
Fucking
it was
dumbass.
It was October, November. In October, November in Texas, it's anywhere between 80, 70,
Feels
60
great.
degrees. Yeah.
Feels great. Fall's the best time in Houston.
As soon as we stepped into the threshold of the cemetery, it instantly dropped 15 degrees.
Wow.
I mean, it was a noticeable, like, this is cold.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dead people.
I mean,
are
of
cold.
course, we didn't, go back and forth, ooh, but, I mean, it was cold, 10, 15 degrees. So we're sitting there just sitting around, watching, looking around, just looking, everyone's quiet. We see these little red orbs. Red.
You saw them yourself.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, there weren't fireflies. I've noticed. I've seen the difference from fireflies and this. These were red orbs.
Like, did they have dimension to them,
I mean, it was
or was it just little tiny red?
spots.
Okay.
And I mean, they weren't super close to us.
And you're not looking through a camera. You're talking with your own
With
eyes.
my own eyes. Yeah. No, we didn't bring any cameras. We didn't bring any phones. I mean, back then, they had
cell phone, smartphones
Yeah, cell
back then.
phones, but yeah.
They were around, but they weren't really ubiquitous.
Yes.
That's another
And
big
of course,
word
we didn't
for
bring any cameras or anything. But so that little freaked us out.
So
But
you have no
whatever.
evidence.
No. But I'll get to that point. Yeah. So we're looking around. We see the little red, but they're in a far off distance, enough to where it's not like, ugh, it's close. The Jeep lights go out. We're
Like turn off.
turned off. So we're maybe 40, 50 feet
Okay.
away from the vehicle.
Okay.
There's only 5 of us. Turn off. They turn back on. I didn't see it. One of the girls swears she saw something inside the vehicle. I didn't see it.
Sure.
But they swear they saw that. So,
Now
of
there's
course,
only 4 of you.
yeah. Of course, we ran back. We ran back to the car and left. So we get
So
back.
that was as far as you got. As soon as the headlights turned off, you're like, we're done.
We're done. So we go back to the dorm. We had a few beers. We weren't fucked up, but we had a few beers.
Sure.
And one of the girls were like, "Hey, you know what? It's witching hour. It's 2:30 in the morning. Let's go back out there." So we're like, "Okay, whatever."
You went back, bro?
We went back. I don't know if that's witching hour, but we went back.
3.
Why?
Yeah,
Why would
yeah.
you do?
I don't know. So
It's your
I'm
fault.
gonna try to turn this out a little bit.
Beers.
So
No
yeah,
flashlights.
exactly. Of course, we did bring flashlights. So we go back out there, 2:00 in the morning. Same scenario. Walk in. It's cold. See the orbs. This time, it was a little bit different. So when you get there, it's a little bit of an incline. Not much. You can't really tell, but you can. I guess you can't tell. You can't feel it, but
A
you
little
can
bit of
tell.
an incline.
Yeah. So we're looking around. We see the red orbs. They come back, but they're a little bit closer this time. The girls start to get a little freaked out. They're like, "Okay, you know what? I don't want to stay here any longer." Okay,
Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
yeah, let's go back. Okay, whatever. We didn't. It wasn't like
So you're still in the car.
no. We're out of the car.
Okay.
We're in the cemetery.
Okay.
Girls are scared. Let's go back. Okay. So we turn back around and we leave. I said, you get there. It's an incline. You go back down. It's a decline. Right now. So we go back down. It's like I said. It wasn't steep, but there was
A small
a
grade.
small grade. Yeah. So we're going down. Maybe going 15 miles an hour.
On foot?
No, in the
You're
vehicle.
back in the
Jeep.
Yeah, in the back of the Jeep. We're going down, and the car just stops. Just struggles. Struggles really hard. Pushing the gas, you can hear the tires, nothing. Then we see fingerprints, handprints, on the hood and the glass.
Like the windshield?
Yep. And
Weird.
and we just fucking pressed the gas, went off. It was the freakiest thing,
Bro, something
I've
was trying
ever
to keep you in that
experienced.
cemetery.
It was so yeah. Like I said, when you go in the cemetery, it's a little like semicircle. We were trying to leave. It was the scariest thing.
Now,
And I felt a lot of presence there. You felt something watching you. Felt something there.
sure, unease.
Yeah, and so you get back home, you think about it, we read about it. I remember going to Barnes & Noble, and there was a book called Weird Texas. You could probably still buy it on Amazon. A lot of people have some very similar stories of the dog. I didn't have any story. I didn't see anything of a person, but there's people. Now,
Well, you said that one of the chicks saw somebody. in the car.
yeah. So this is a weird thing. I'm gonna go back to the picture. So that was in 2006. In 2018, there was a Google. It's gotten real popular. They got the Street View. They posted this picture. Google posted this picture, and when you zoom in, I can't zoom in on here, but when you zoom in, there's
Holy
a figure
shit!
behind the tree.
No, come
It
on.
says posted means if you search the area on Google Maps and
Yeah.
go to Street View, you'll see that.
So
We all
you've seen
did
this
it
too?
on Google Maps. When you told the story, we all looked up the coordinates and we
So
all saw
for
it.
those of you at home who are go back to the picture
Yeah,
real quick,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
don't mind. For those of you who are at home watching, about halfway up the tree on the left.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And I mean, when you zoom in, you don't really. When you're looking at it normal, you don't see it, but you have to zoom in and you see that. And it's a girl with very, very, very pale. And then I think in the background, more on the left-hand side, there's another figure, but you can't really see it. But they were saying that was more of a black person standing there, or black, not black person, sorry, a
Like
black,
a
black
shadow,
figure, yeah, a black
yeah.
shadow, yeah. And there might have been the right-hand side. It's hard to see. I got to zoom in more, but you can't.
That's still creepy as hell.
It's
That
creepy
face
as
just
fuck.
fucking. So
Staring
wait,
at
hold
it.
on. I'm gonna caveat real quick.
Sure.
So you've seen this too, Alan?
Yeah, we all saw
Mr.
it on,
Count,
on
sir.
actual Google Maps, not
Yeah.
a picture of
Not
it.
in person. And let's see the girl in person.
Yeah, valid. But
Yeah.
you all saw this on Google Maps.
Yes, and now you can't go back. They've changed it. They've gone back around.
Yeah,
A lot of the
they-
places are cleared out. A lot of the houses are all. I was still trying to look at it on Google Maps. A lot of the houses are tore down.
So you said this priest, the story.
Yes.
Being the priest kind of went crazy
Yep.
and burned down the church.
Yes.
Did you see the church?
Yes, you saw the remains of little pillars, little things.
So are we talking like just a
layout.
single sanctuary, a huge church?
No. It was probably I don't know, probably 20 by 30.
Okay.
I mean, not huge.
Yeah,
I mean, but back then,
little small town church.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly felt something for days, weeks after.
Just unease.
Real weird.
So when we
Even
go
thinking
back-
about it, even looking at this kind of stuff, it kind of freaks me out a little bit. It kind of trips me out because I remember it. I was there.
Have you ever gone back?
No, and I won't go back.
And you said you have in-laws buried there.
Yeah.
And we were all standing there. We found out about this last week.
Yeah.
So, Pudgy, the count, and I were all standing there whenever the count's wife told us about this. So, has she ever been there?
She was there for the funeral of whatever family member it is. I
Has
don't
she been there
remember.
since?
No.
What about you?
No, I've never. Actually, I passed by at work not too long ago. I saw the road that went.
But other than that, you've...
I've never been in the cemetery, no.
Okay.
Would you...
But I'm going to go as soon as the show's over.
Yeah, I think a couple years ago when we talked about this, we talked about, hey, let's go up there. I can't do it. I don't want that feeling of something following me. I don't know. It's just a weird feeling of something, a real unease feeling.
Yeah, I feel like even counting your story and Pudgy's story, I've seen far too many horror films to walk into an ex-insane asylum and an old haunted cemetery. I would never do it. You couldn't pay. Well, maybe you could pay me enough, like $1 million, I would do it. But but realistically, you couldn't pay me enough to walk inside those.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
You, sir, are braver than me, because I would not have done that, even for some poussoir. It just wouldn't have happened. I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
I don't live.
Yeah.
Okay?
Did Pudgy get back from the bathroom ever?
I've seen this movie. The nerd dies.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
I've seen this movie.
I didn't have glasses
I need
back
to
then,
go
so.
and keep people bored
Talk
myself.
about me.
Well,
So-
let me get Pudge back on here, and I think I'm gonna get out of here. Bats.
Holy shit! What happened?
Bat is the power of the bat.
I don't like it. I'm going to figure out what happened.
There's something
some
going on
logic
here.
behind
There's
it.
something going on here. So real quick, we were talking
So,
about we would
what'd
circle
I
back
miss?
around to you.
Well, hold on.
Did we?
What did I miss?
I ended up telling
Miss
that
some
story
things?
instead.
You told the story about when you went in
That haunted house.
the
Everyone.
when you were working.
Everyone.
And then Brian told his haunted cemetery story.
Oh, really? Out there? Where,
And you know, that one was interesting. I've never heard that story.
that's
And
interesting.
this is my very first night.
That's
hearing
not
this
too
story.
far away. You want to go?
An hour 15.
No,
Let's get-
not
no.
an hour 15.
Let's get some mushrooms and let's go.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Man Cave Live does not endorse.
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 Condone.
Man Cave Live.
Man Cave Live does not condone the use of narcotics. Okay.
In states where it's illegal.
Yes. Yes. All right, folks. We're going to have to get out of here.
It was cool though. You know, nice little visuals, aids. You know, for stories that we've heard before.
Yes, yes.
You know, nice. I've never heard Brian's story before. Nice little visual aid for the. Count
so-
didn't have any visual aids, but you know, I feel like if you did, that'd be infringing on somebody's rights because that's probably
Yeah.
privately owned home right now.
True that.
Well, I know count stories, and I had a similar story like that to where my lighter was moved. My box of matches, my match extender was moved. And then I went back to that house to where the same thing happened. And I had to tell the people that were moving in, saying, hey, your house is haunted. And they're like, no, it's not. And I'm like, I still don't have my match extender. And it got moved again. And I was at this house months ago, so to speak.
Yep.
So I went to this house. I went there. So there was a big story house, big 2-story house, and it was pretty wide and stuff like that. And so I was gonna turn on the gas, and I inspected the water heater. I can't light one of the water heaters, but I get up in the attic and I know. You know when you know someone's watching you? You just know. You just know, right? You know someone's just like staring at you.
Somebody's watching
Like yes,
me.
like you know, like when you're like, you know when you fucking piss off your wife.
I always
And then you walk off, you just know that feeling.
watching
That's the feeling you get. So that's the feeling I got when I was in this house. I got up in the attic to go. I put my match extender, and I always was meticulous about where I put things up in an attic because you want to be able to, you know what it means. You got to get it when you walk out.
Yeah.
So you get up there. I put my match extender here, my matches here, my lighter here, stuff like that. I get up there and inspect. I had to climb over things to get to this water heater, and I couldn't light it. And then I go back, and all my shit's gone. I'm like, all right. Somebody's fucking with me. Somebody's kids are fucking with me. This place is vacant, but it's a very large house in Spring. Older home. And I go down to the wife and the husband and was like...
The owners of the home.
Yeah, the owners of the home. But it was a wife and a husband. They're selling. And I'm like, hey, man, did you take my shit? Like, is your son here? Like, did you take my stuff? Did you go up in the attic and get my match extender and my matches and my lighter and all that? What? No, nobody went up there. I'm like, okay.
I'm waiting for the pictures of the matches.
No shit.
There are no pictures of matches, sir.
So I go back and, all right, I'm going to turn the meter on or whatever. And then I go back up there to go, like, fucking light it now. My matches and my lighter, whatever. I can see where they're at. They're thrown clear across the fucking the attic, like something just fucked it off. And I'm like, "There's a fucking raccoon. There's a fucking because raccoons and squirrels, they just fuck with shit. They fuck with your shit.
Fuck with your stuff.
They take your shit, especially raccoons. If there's a raccoon up there or nest, they take your shit and they just fuck with it. So I was all like, all right, fine. But these people were convinced they have ghosts. They told me they had ghosts because of previous things or whatever, and then now they're absolutely convinced they have ghosts. And I'm like, I'm not telling you have ghosts. I'm just saying somebody, either you, pretty sure, at the time I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you did it, or you have a son, or somebody around here fucking with my shit, because I heard movement, and I felt like somebody was up there watching me, so I felt like it was them that did it. So 4 or 5 months passed. I'm turning the gas on now to the people that are moving into this building, into this house.
Hey. We just transition like that now. This is what we do.
We didn't even do bad. It's fine. So
We're in a costume.
So I'm telling them, I said, I hate to tell you this, but I think this place might be haunted. And I'm like, what you mean haunted? And they're from Louisiana, so they were very ethnic in the way that they talk. So, what you mean haunted? Oh, hell no, I'm going to get me all up in this bitch. We're going to cleanse this place. And I was like, I don't think it's really that haunted. I was joking with you and, stuff like that. So I go to turn the gas on. Same situation. Same scenario. Go to the meter, inspect, go up to the attic. I'm like, all right, I know this water heater's fuck. But when I get up there, not only do I feel that somebody's up there is somebody up there. There's movement. There is movement. There's people walking on the rafters. There's somebody up there. So I have my headlamp and I'm flying, I'm like, there's somebody the fuck up here. I'm like, hey, who's up here? I'm like, you might not want to be up here. It's not very safe.
Question.
Nothing.
Question.
Nothing.
Is there attic light? Just your headlamp.
Not always.
So there's like a
yeah. Sometimes there are. There
like
is,
a
but
just
sometimes
little,
there isn't.
just like 80
Yeah, small bulb.
yeah,
Yeah.
80 whatever.
80 watts.
So 80 watt just swinging around. So I get up there and nothing. And I even walked to that part of it. I was like, hello. And on the rafters and stuff like that, because I'm like, hey, man, you need to get the fuck out of here. Because I promise you're going to fall through. You're going to hurt yourself. Nothing. Nobody was there. I didn't walk all the way around. I walked enough, and then I walked back, and I was like, I'm creeped the fuck out. I think there's something wrong here. I'm like, I don't want to be up here. So then I fucking light the water heater that is now fixed because it got a new water heater versus the last time.
Sure.
So I light it, and then I go like, all right, I'm gonna go back to my, I'm gonna go go to the water heater and light it. As I'm walking down, my match, my lighter, my mag extender are right when I put it the last time I was up there.
And they weren't before.
No. Absolutely not. Unless I hallucinated the entire situation the first time, which is Right now, the only thing I'm going to think is plausible, maybe I induced something, maybe I ingested something, but at that point in time, there's no reason why this shit should have been laid out the way it was 4 months prior. And then after that, I was all like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I fucking just like, doom, went down that fucking thing. I was like, pulled that attic up. I was like, the fucking, hey, your gas is on. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, here's your red tag. I'm the fuck out of here. Bye.
Bye.
I was like, holy, I got in my car and I called the old lady. I was like, I had to think about my life situations. I'm like, what did I just see? Because clearly I remember where I put them. And that was the image that I saw when I walked back to go down
Sure.
from months ago.
They weren't there.
And I remember I was bitching about like, who the fuck took my shit? Like, come on, because you know, you've been up on the roof and fucking kids, they climb up in the attics, stuff like that, just take your shit. And then I'm like, hey.
Yeah, I had to tell a lot of kids, hey, stay down there.
No.
Yeah, stop, don't come up here.
It's
Do not come up
unsafe.
here.
It's unsafe, don't
But I
come up.
wanted to see what's up there. I was like, you don't want to see this.
Nope. I would have done what the count did and just left and said, hey, man, sorry.
Peace.
Peace.
Well,
Did the count tell you the story every time he goes to a place like that? He looks back to see if there's a,
Yeah, he
yeah.
a face.
Yeah. And guess what?
He
It
didn't.
never is. Yeah.
It never is.
It gets me every time.
Well,
Well,
folks, we're going to get out of here. This is a special Man Cave Live, filmed and recorded.
I do believe that it is time for Jackie Daytona.
Jackie Daytona!
Hey!
Where the fuck did the
Daytona.
captain go?
I do believe that it is time for Jackie Daytona to leave. So therefore, I'm going to say adieu. What?
What the? Oh, shit!
Fuck is that?
Turn into a bat!
The fuck?
I think it's a bat.
What is? Get out of here.
All right, we're out of here. Love ya. Bye.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash,
he did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a
he
flash.
did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrode.
They did the mash,
They did the monster
the
mash.
monster mash.
It was a graveyard
They
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
they did the mash.
They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun.
In the shoe,
The party had just begun.
in the shoe,
The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker Five.
played the mash,
They played the monster
the
mash.
monster mash.
It was a graveyard
They
smash.
played the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
they played the mash.
They played the monster mash. Out from his coffin, Rex's voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
It's now the mash,
It's now the monster
the
mash.
monster mash.
And it's a graveyard
It's
smash.
now the mash,
It's caught on in a flash.
it's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool, Drax a part of the band, and my Monster Mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you.
Then you can mash,
Then you can Monster Mash,
the Monster Mash.
and do my graveyard
Then you can
smash.
mash,
You'll catch on in a flash.
then you can mash.
Then you can Monster Mash. Mash. Easy, boy. You impetuous